What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another GGBL video. Guys, we are going to be basically just kind of hanging out tonight. Really, that's what we're doing. I'm going to be doing some stuff with the off season, just kind of getting those things under wraps. I have created most of the prospects, so most of the prospects are in here. If you swing by and you want me to show you your prospect, I can do that. The one thing I do want to mention to everybody is I'm not doing this tonight, but I have about 20 more prospects to create. And if I can go to screen capture here really quickly, and I can show you guys, actually window, we need the window capture here, so I can show you guys who is left to be made. If you can see that on your screen, maybe we can zoom in a little bit more. But this is who I have yet to make. So if you're tuning in, nope, we don't want to view the help. If you're tuning in and you want to know if your guy has been made, he has not been made yet. So we have Jordan Nagave, Bud Budweiser, Duke Grayson, Kenneth Klum, Ryan O'Connell, Mark Shepard, Mickey Yashua, Daffy Silver, Jackson Lyons, Rusty Perry, Ryan Berner, Ian West, James June, Ferdinand Akwubu, Parker Traber, Rory Ball, Khalil Benjamin II, Chucky Pinker, Jojo Alvarez, Cy Bryant, Taylor Merrill, and Joseph Getz. Whew! So that's what's left to be made. Now, the reason why those guys haven't been made yet is because I'm a busy man. I'm trying my best. You know, without getting into all the details here. But I think we're on tap for starting the GGBL on Friday. So come this Friday, we should be ready to go with opening day games. This Sunday maybe is, I think I said on the community tab, is this Sunday is we're going to do like game of the week, which you guys get to vote on. Remember when I had posted a video a little while back, a couple weeks ago, asking for your guys' feedback about the league, and that is basically what you guys said. You wanted to vote for game of the week. I'll choose the matchups for the regular the highlight upload, but you guys get to choose the game of the week. Normally those are going to be on Fridays. Game of the weeks will be on Fridays, but the way that this week has kind of shuffled itself up, game of the week will be on Sunday. Opening day games will be on this Friday. So basically I got tonight, I got tomorrow, and I got a little bit of Friday to get all of those prospects created. And really what we're doing tonight, what we're going to be doing tonight, as I shift screens here, I am going to be I'm going to be moving through, because we got to get through this arbitration period, we got to get through tender contracts, we got to get through free agency, and get these guys signed up to a contract. Really, that's what we're doing tonight. It won't even take that long. Selecting 40-man rosters, I'm going to do that after free agency, contracts, arbitration, all of that is basically done. And the cool thing is like I mentioned before, only one team is sending an offer to Vlad Guerrero. Only one team is sending an offer to Salvi, so on and so forth. So we don't have teams competing against each other to go get these guys, right? It's already basically done. These guys have been signed, per se, by Pittsburgh, Indiana, Sandy, and so forth. Now, you will notice a trend here, right? So we got 4 years for Vladdy, 4 years for Perez, 4 years for Jose Altuve. Some guys wanted... We're having a little stream lag here. Yeah, seems like we're having a little bit of stream lag there. Basically, so some guys wanted 5 years. Some guys wanted 2 years. I just settled for 4. I just made sure that every single free agent in this list had a 4-year contract. And basically whatever they wanted is what they were going to get. Or whatever got them into the green, that's what they were going to get. So that's kind of how I went about it. Some guys wanted more, like Yordan Alvarez, 5.2. And some guys like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. wanted $240,000. And that's mostly because of how bad they were. So if you look here real quick, so they had a plus 80, plus 70, plus 86, plus 71. So remember, these players were inside the save file, but they were so bad that the CPU couldn't be tempted to signing a player like this and just totally throwing off the entire league, right? So that's why that's happening. But his contract is taking into account the overall rating. So not the 99 overall rating, but his 0 overall rating. So that's how much they're offering. And that's the green. They're in the green right now. So a 4-year deal, and we're going to try to push him up here into the green. And I went even further than that, just to really solidify this and get him here. But that's actually for Dallas, so we got to remove that. But you guys got to get the idea here. All right, so we are going to we're just going to advance. We're going to advance through free agency here. We're not going to do any trades. We're not going to do any 40-man roster work until free agents have signed. That's basically what we're doing tonight. All right, guys. Let me see who's in here. Who we got? Amazing Kook. Quentin King says, "Can I see my guy?" Who's your guy? Is it Randy King? Quentin King? Vladdy is 240K. There you go. Vladdy playing in this is a beer league. Jack on a max says you're lagging a little bit. Yeah. Sorry about that. I think we're fine now, but it could happen again. Portugal says, "Hey." Yeah, so this is going to be a nice little casual stream if you want to we can talk about anything. We can talk about baseball. We can talk about NFL, we can talk about anything. I'm just going to be working through this. I wanted to get a video out to you guys, like a full-on edited video, like showing who signed where and kind of doing a recap for you that way. But I just could not get it out to you guys tonight. So this is how we're running it. It's kind of a live stream. So I'm going to go through. Everything's basically all caught up. I should mention to you guys some of the offers here for teams actually in that 70 range. Remember how in that live stream, if you caught that, we cut this off at the 79 marker, right? So we signed everybody up into the 80s, but we stopped on the 70 plus. So how we did this, I had some people from my moderator team do this with me. Basically, I did it to try to be fair to teams that didn't sign as many players as other teams, and namely a team like Minnesota. They didn't get a lot of players in this free agent period. A lot of teams had 2 guys. A lot of teams had 3 guys. Minnesota, I think, had 1. So Tarek Skubal, look at this roster right here for Minnesota real quick. It needs some pitching pretty badly. Mike Price is a first baseman. Let's go back over here to Tarek Skubal. So, yeah, he would instantly be their starter, their ace of the staff. You got Odorizzi, Covey, Sean Hell, Castellani. They need it. They absolutely need it. Same thing with St. Louis. It makes sense Corey Kluber would want to come over here. If we go over here to St. Louis real quick, yeah, they got Shane Bieber, but it makes sense to me that Kluber comes over. They got Reyes, McCacken, Hall, Wiles. So, St. Louis, a veteran guy like Corey Kluber wants to come over and play with Shane Bieber. Chris Paddock going to New York. They need some help. Keuchel going to the San Francisco Grizzlies, going to Dallas. Then Kyle Gibson just remains a free agent. Relievers. This one was interesting. So Lucas Sims going to Boston. Michael Fulmer to Chicago. Cody Hoyer going to Michigan. Pedro Baez to Santa Fe. Peacock to Las Vegas. Caprillion to Atlanta. Zimmer to Wisconsin. And Phil Ford left without a contract. Closers. Will Smith to Houston. They need it. Will Harris. Go figure. Richmond gets a old relief pitcher. Ugh. Nasty. Williams Astudillo going to Wisconsin. So this is part of another thing where, a team that really needs a position there and didn't get to sign a whole bunch of people. So Astudillo going to go there. Alexander King. This is not the real Alexander King, so he's gonzo. Nobody here in the second base realm. We got Brock Holt going to Atlanta. He signed a pretty big contract, 23.1, but he's been in the league since the very beginning, and he's put up some numbers. He's 272, 290. He's having some career years, right? So kind of deserve it, right? Evan Longoria, older. no contract offer. Shortstops, no 70s there. Grossman going to Santa Fe. Ben Gamel, another free agent that's just going to be out sitting there. Hamilton going to Columbus. Dalton Pompey, another outfielder just sitting there. This was a big one, by the way. This is a huge one. Very, very big one. Atlanta gets Franmil Reyes. I decided that that's where he needed to go. I didn't do any wheel spin or random draw the hat or something. I'm like, you know what? Atlanta's so bad. They need a player like this. They need an outfielder like this. So you know what? Franmil, just go to Atlanta. Just play out there. Soler going to Washington. They need the help with outfielders. So that is your kind of your recap as far as free agency goes. So let's go in now and start simming this baby up. Let's get through this thing. Let's see where guys sign up at. So we got some coaching signings. We got Arenado to Dallas, right? India's going to the Grizzlies on a minor league thing. So the thing with Jonathan India, so you can see it up on the screen, 1 year. He signed a 1 year deal. Because of his age, I couldn't sign him to longer than 1 year. So we'll have to keep track of that for San Francisco, make sure that they continue to get India back for at least 4 years, because that's where the contract is going. Nashville gets Nola, Byron Buxton going to San Fran, Giolito to Colorado, Bo Bichette to Pittsburgh. So that's what we've got there. Let's continue on. Rams have reached their maximum roster size. Can't sign any more free agents. No, we're going to keep going. We got to monitor that too. Baez to Michigan, Bryant to St. Louis, Craig Kimbrell to Minnesota, Soroka to Wisconsin, Houston McCullers. There's the Indiana Rams for you. Firebirds, Guerrero. Okay, cool. All right, so let me just take a look here at the contract situation. Make sure everybody that's up on the list has an offer. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, Will Myers needs to go to Indiana, so we need to remove a roster spot there to make sure that Indiana can go get him. So it looks like we're good. That's probably going to be an issue for some teams as we move forward here. Is guys, we're going to release this guy, Chris Reyes. We can pay the money. It's not that big of a deal. I'll check the chat here real quick, guys, because I know you probably want to talk about something. All right, let's continue on here. Let's see the chat. What you guys talking about here? Indiana was a mistake anyways. Major Steve Sports Gaming. Big fan, man. Just found you a few weeks ago. Nice. Well, welcome to the community. It's a good community, man. It's a good one. I'm proud of our community. It's got a lot of good dudes in it. Let's see. Jack and Mac, are you gonna do another NCAA All Team Builder Nights? Nope. I don't want to bore you, but that's gonna be a big no for us. Basically, with Team Builder being down on console, okay, yeah, we're not worried about the 40-man roster because everything's set to manual, so there's no Rule 5 draft, so I'm not worried about that. With the Big 12 thing, with the All Team Builder Dynasty stuff, as soon as the Team Builder function on the game shut down, like the Team Builder servers were off, you could still download your teams. You just couldn't, you couldn't create new ones. So really, we got ourselves into a situation where when they shut the whole thing down, we couldn't create new teams, right? Because you couldn't do it. So the teams that we have left over to use, those aren't our logos. These are just logos and PNG files that we pulled from the internet and we kind of changed a little bit. So we're like, can't really post that on the internet and make money from those videos, like YouTube ad revenue. Can't do it. You do that, you might get in trouble. If the people find it and they're like, hey, that's my logo, you're kind of SOL'd. The other part of it is nobody wants to see, at least in my opinion, nobody wants to see college football that's not college football revamped. And with Revamped, I don't think that there's a way to get your team builder teams into the mod. I don't think that there's a way to do that. The only way to do it is you have to mod the teams yourself. So basically, we got to create or recreate 12 teams in the mod, which is already super difficult. So to kind of answer the question there, that's gonna be a big no. we can't do it. It's too much. Okay, so the Swamp Monsters have 95, max 93. So we'll go to Washington here. Now I will say that I love Team Builder. It's awesome. It's always been a favorite thing of mine. But again, I can't make it happen, man. I cannot make it happen. All right, the Breeze have 94. Breeze have 94. We'll release some people there. So I know that's disappointing, but it's disappointing to me too. Imagine how I feel, man. I want to do some Team Builder again. 40-man roster, auto-fix. We'll auto-fix that. 98 of 93. So the Rams need a big-time cut. Need some big-time cuts right there. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Can I do one then? Can I do one on NCAA 06? You can do whatever you want, man. I'm not stopping you. Nobody's stopping you, man. Do whatever you want. Just because someone's doing something doesn't mean you can't. You don't need permission. Now I'll say, don't use our teams. Don't use our teams. That'd be the one thing I'd say. All right, Maples. So we're just going in order here. So you know what? Let's look at this here real quick. So we'll just do it from this way. Luis Guillorme. Yeah, he's gone. All right, release. We're at 93. Smeltzer. He's a gonzo. Just like D potential players, we'll get rid of these guys. Making sure that everybody's at the 93. Miguel Castro. Cal Quantrill. This guy's got an F. RJ Alvarez, you're gone. 93. Cody Carroll. So the GGBL is getting better, man. Look at these guys. So we got 56s that are now being cut. Remember, 56 used to be like, ooh. Used to be like, ooh. Let's see, any D potential guys? Like maybe this guy, Danny DePico. He's gone. 94. Jesse Biddle. I say we can always move Jesse Biddle back over here if we need to. Wow, 5. Got to cut 5 guys. Got to make sure we're not cutting any 60s. Tyler Flowers does not need to be around. Don't cut any 60 overall guys. We need those guys. Let's try to find... I want to avoid cutting C's. That's tough. Camilo Doval. Oh, he's real. Right? Yeah, I think he's real. All right, so we're going to have to cut these 50 guys, even though they're C's. We'll cut them. I want to keep that A potential, though, right there. So we might have to cut the 24-year-old. I think that's probably the smarter thing to do. All right, Richmond. Envy, what's up, sir? Keneal, he's in here. All right, cool. What else you guys saying here? What is up, GG9 chat? This is Rashad Bolden. Yeah, we're just hanging out, man. We're just hanging out, doing our thing here on MLB The Show, GGBL style. How was you guys' New Year's? Did you do anything fun? What'd you do? Did you hang out with your family? I've got Baby Shark stuck in my head, dudes. It's not a good situation. When you have kiddos, It's hard not to have those songs stuck in your head. Anybody can relate out there? Anybody? Anybody? All right, so we're getting close. Once we get past this little stage right here, we can start like getting back to the free agent list. All right, so we're good. Everybody's got 93. We'll take a look here real quick. Yeah, so all the free agents have pretty much signed. We're just waiting on. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Let's continue on. So tender contracts. Looks like everybody's doing well there. Phoenix needs to get that figured out. We'll continue to monitor that. Auto fix. We will auto fix that. Auto fix that. We'll fix the 40 mans a little bit later here. Why are we in what did I? Oh yeah, right. Yes, because I want to look at the arbitration here. All right, so we got Brantley, Lindblom, Lane Thomas. So we got to kind of make a mental note of this. Hunter Wood, Kevin Smith, Snyder, Triggs, Fedorovich, Jace Peterson. Got to make sure that these guys all sign. Harold Ramirez, Cody Reed, Hale, Florimon, Maranta. Okay. Bracho, Andujar, Perez, Holder. Okay, let's save this up. Save her up. Whoa, I smoked a lot of crack. Let's talk about how DJ Taylor will be the MVP this year. Yeah, you're always saying stuff like that, aren't you? You're always saying stuff like that. Bro, I have the Wiggles as my top art. I tell you what, man. I tell you what. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Being a parent, man. Being a parent, right? Oops, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Nope. We don't want to release Nico Hoyna. Nico Hoyna. Don't want to release Nico Hoyna. Yeah, I tell you what, that Nico Hoyna, yeah, he's a real good player. He's really good. Don't release him, Goldie. Don't release him. Emeralds again. Like, where's this coming from? Is it really from just re-signing people? I think it is. Let's get rid of Gabriel Valdez. All right, let's continue on. Jordan is finally over. The Breeze. Okay, so it's like every time they sign somebody. So this is literally what I do, man. This is literally what I do. For you. For all of you out there, this is what I do. To make this happen. To make this possible. Dot every I, cross every T. I'm not complaining. I like it. I like doing it. GGBL is fun, man. GGBL is fun for me. Although I had a little bit of a letdown a couple weeks ago. Oh, they have a 40-man. Okay, that's it. Let's fix that up. All players must have contracts tendered by December 2nd or they become free agents. Nah. We'll figure it out. Okay, so let's see here real quick. So I might need some help. Portugal. Is Portugal here? Or Dalton? Shane says, can we check the Malage roster? I need to figure out whose jersey I'm going to buy in Fanatics. Yep, just one moment. Here, one sec. He's got a schmutz on his face there. What are your thoughts on the NFL season? Who's winning the Super Bowl? Okay, Portugal. I need you, if you can please, to go to the roster sheet or the GGBL Bible, and I need you to possibly search for Taylor Williams. These are players that were offered arbitration and they didn't accept it. So I think Taylor Williams was Colorado. Is it going to tell me? It might just tell me here. There you go. Okay, so I don't need you. I don't need you, Port. I got it. So we're just going to sign Taylor Williams to 2 years. Anything that gets him back. I think Blake Swihart was in San Diego. Yes. No, he wasn't. He used to be on San Diego, but now he was on Pittsburgh, right? So Pittsburgh's got to get him back. Again, I think the fair thing to do is bring these guys back for 2 years because they were at arbitration. Zue Lin was Miami, if I remember right. Yep. All right, Zue Lin was in Miami. Okay, 2 years. That should get the deal done. Ben Gamel was a free agent. Longoria wasn't signed. Phil Ford wasn't signed because he's not real. Gibson wasn't signed. Gerson Bautista, I believe, was Washington. Don't play me in trivia. Don't play me in GGBL trivia. Whoop all y'alls. Okay. Gregory Polanco. Houston. 69D. We didn't sign anybody lower than 69s. So we're going to let that go. We're going to let that ride. Okay, so these guys were offered arbitration. We've got some hearings here, right? So February 12th would be the deadline for these guys. Okay, cool. Tender contracts. Let's get a little bit of an update here. Now, I did not offer tenders to anybody below 59 or below 60, I should say. Anybody below 60 with a C or less, I didn't offer them a contract. So there's Logan Brown. Offered him a deal. Did not offer Phil Bickford. Gunnar Skarsgård. So why is he up for arbitration? Interesting. So we're going to try to bring him back. He was a prospect winner. But you guys can see there are no B potential players here in this list. So these guys are supposed to be dumped into free agents. Just want to make sure everybody's good here. So that's fine. That's good. Contract renewable. Oh, okay. We need to do this for Dom Taylor. It's a good thing we checked this. Jack Riddle is a custom prospect. Again, we'll probably have to battle that again. Jake Taylor. Wonder why that's happening. Wonder why that's happening to certain guys here. Can't be the service time. Okay, so we're set there. All right, free agency. Again, coming back here, just take a look. I think we're good. All right, continue on with simulation. Simulation. Go to the drafts. Yes. Advance. Skip. Oh, yeah, I remember this. Okay, so while this is going on, I'm going to read you guys' comments. Let's see what you guys saying here. You guys are actually fighting about helping? You're hilarious. I just thought of Ash telling Pikachu to go away. We should do a preseason power rankings on stream. Okay, all right, we can do that. Port can keep a record of it. Cool, all right, sweet, we can do that. Who's getting GG9, the GG9 Unjinx this year? Team that outplays Gold's predictions. Okay, all right. Any chance we can get into a voice chat? Yes, let's do that. Let's get into a voice chat. Ready for that? Are you ready for it? Let's make sure the desktop audio is not super loud here. I'm in Discord. I am in the GGBL chat right now, so you guys can join on in whenever you feel like it.
Hello.
Port. Oh, shoot. How you doing, sir?
I'm going well.
You're what?
I'm going well.
You're going well? Where are you going?
Yeah. Oh. Oh wow. I'm doing well.
Oh, okay, all right. Is that a is that a Aussie thing?
I guess so. I usually just have going well. Other people.
I'm going well. Why does that remind me of Now She's Back in the Atmosphere? Don't know why. I don't know why it does. Now she's back in the atmosphere. Signs of Jupiter in her hair. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Let me see here. Okay, looks like we're good with the contract offers, people. All right, so, GG9 unjink official, jinx the champions team up there. So ready, daddy, says Shane Raditz. My new headset doesn't have a seizure every second, says Luke. So he wanted to get in here. All right, so Portugal. Who do you think won the offseason? As I'm kind of moving through this, I get the feeling because I'm a self-conscious guy that maybe this stream was freaking boring to you guys, and you're just like, no, get someone else on there, get a co-host, because Goldie, you suck. He's not even gonna address that. He's not even gonna address it. Not gonna say a word. Whatever, Port. Whatever. All right. Who do you think?
I was thinking who won the off-season.
Yeah.
That's hard. I mean...
That's what she said.
I know Pittsburgh got Luddy. Who else did they get? They got someone else.
Bo Bichette. Who's that?
You could say they won the off-season.
Is that Dalton?
Who is it usually?
Dalton.
He's usually good. Oh god, it's a party.
It is a party going on here.
Oh my god.
Goldie is streaming live.
It's Goldie's party. He'll cry if he wants to.
It's my party. I can cry if I want to. Shut up.
What's going on?
Hey, you know what? We're going well. According to Portugal, we're going well. I'm gonna keep. Yeah, we're gonna pick on Portugal for a minute. Hey, Nitro Drive's in here. How's it going, my friend? Sweet LED in the back. Well, thank you, man. Yep. Good old GG9 logo. You know what? You had to be very, very sure that that's the color scheme that you wanted, because I was thinking in the rebranded thing, I was like, maybe I go red and black, man. Maybe I embrace my Ohio State. And then I said, fuck that. We're going blue and gold. We're sticking with the blue and gold.
Heck, Ohio State, man.
Yes. I don't care.
This state sucks.
Good lord, it is a party.
No, you know what, though? Guys, if you want college football content, make sure you check out Nitro Drive. He's got an Eastern Carolina Pirates. That's Pirates.
No.
Yeah, it's Pirates. Dynasty going on. And always top quality. You guys remember in Caden Walchuk, did you even watch Caden Walchuk? He had a pretty...
I watched Braden.
He had a pretty damn good call for Caden Walchuk's little Hail Mary at the end of the game against Syracuse. It was great.
Brady was I remember my voice.
Yes, it's very, very good.
I don't remember that clearly.
You better. God.
Yes, I do remember that.
You better remember that. God. Okay. I think we're good here, guys. I mean, arbitration's still going on. It's on February 12th is when the hearing's going. So let's just, let's just keep going, man. There's nothing else to do other than setting up some 40-man rosters, and I want to do that after the arbitration hearing. So we got to go through this. X. I'm anxious to see how many wins we got as an organization, right? So Hawks win the arbitration. Defenders win the arbitration. Love it. Keep giving it to us. Oh no, Cody Reed won one. All right, I'll give it off to you guys. Who do you think won the offseason?
Not the Pizzazz.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, nobody at once. Huh?
We can tell you who didn't. I can tell you who I think won.
Who?
Well, it's between the Hammers and the Washington Swamp Monsters, I think, were the two teams that improved the most.
Look at that. Nobody renewed contracts. All right, cool. We're ready to go, man.
Sorry, I was just going to show how the fuck did the Washington Swamp Monsters win the off-season?
Okay, first of all, they upgraded their only two weaknesses.
What? Who did they get? Who did they get?
They got a 75A pitcher. They got another pitcher. I'm trying to think. Hold on, let me look at the list here. Because you got to think, they've been in the playoffs every year so far since they've been in the GGBL. But they also got. There's the list. All right.
I'm going to stop you real quick. I'm going to stop you. I'm going to interject real quick. So, guys, if you ever want to do something like this, make sure you turn CPU roster control on before you get into it, because then you're going to have a mess. If you don't have CPU roster control, you will literally have to do everything manually. Just a little sidebar there, but go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so they got Christopher Peterson, who's a 75A potential pitcher, and then they got Michael Kopech and Albert Alzolay, and then they also got Jorge Soler to help bolster their outfield. So I think that's a pretty good improvement considering that those are only two weaknesses. So, I mean, you tell me.
We were acting like Pittsburgh just didn't, or even LA and San Fran didn't.
I'm pretty sure I said Pittsburgh, didn't I? Pretty sure
You
I
did say
said
Pittsburgh.
and
You did say
Washington.
Pittsburgh, but I would put
Hey guys, calm
LA
down. We're
over.
getting testy here.
It's just a fantasy league.
This is YouTube. You can't say testy.
It's just... Oh, good one, Kook. That's a sexual comment.
My team is better.
You can't say testes.
Sport's just salty because Seattle didn't do any good.
Well, at least Seattle has Francisco Porte.
Oh, is that your guy or something? That's your guy,
No.
isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Some random, and then
Ah,
that's when I realized was on the team.
Media
Yeah.
bias, that's just what the GGBL needs.
media bias
There's always media bias,
all the time.
including here.
So we're looking at, you know, what'd be cool is if we could preview each team, because I'm going through each team right now to update the 40 and get the rosters set. So if we want to talk about Washington, let's continue that topic for Washington.
I mean, you gotta say DJ Taylor's in year two.
Wild card to divisional, they'll make a good series, and then they'll lose to like a team that won their division.
I mean, year one they were in the conference series, year two they were in the divisional series, and they've continued to get better every single year. So,
No, they didn't. Wait, did they? Well, not in terms of record.
Yeah. well, no, they didn't improve by record, but they still made the divisional series.
The only thing I
I'm
know
just-
for sure.
And then they got better this year. They improved in the offseason.
But Pittsburgh got a lot better,
Okay, I'm not saying that they didn't.
and
I was just stating. No, of course, yeah. New York didn't get any better though.
43.
So I think New York's gonna fall down a little bit,
Finally, the pizzazz will suck.
right?
It's what we've all wanted deep
41.
down.
Yes, for many years, the 2 whole years of this series.
That's 40.
Everyone hates the pizzas, right, Kook?
You can't just transfer over your hate. It's not that way.
The pizzazz are devolving into the pizzas. That's what we call them when they're bad.
Yep.
we need your prediction on that.
Somebody order takeout. This game's over.
What's your prediction on Washington Gold?
We aren't getting pizza. We're getting like
You think they'll
Chinese
be-
food or something.
I mean, they did have a good draft. They got Christopher Peterson as a top 50 now. They got Alzolay as a lefty. They needed that, so they got 2 youngsters there. Even though Alzolay's 28, but you know he's going to give them another couple good seasons. Darvish is, I would anticipate Darvish is a downswing this year. You know, I mean it says he increased, but he had a 3.8 and a 1.1 that was good with a 1.1, but 12-7 is that? I mean, Darvish, he's been kind of, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think 36 years old, you're starting to, yeah. But now that you got Peterson as an A, 75A, we've seen 75As do really well in this league. So yeah, I think Washington improved. They got an outfielder as well with Jorge Soler. So I think they hit. They literally they're the one of the teams that hit on everything that they
make it
needed.
fatter. Make happen. Why is it
Says
so
you're
quiet?
cutting out bad.
SpaghettiOs.
He's
my
down
goodness.
bad.
There we go.
We're back.
God.
This was a team with Alexander King that had the glitch going on the first like half of the season. So I think that they're actually a little bit better than people think.
I think our record, the only reason it didn't improve last season is because of the Alexander King glitch.
Yeah, could be.
Or Alexander King.
All right, so Boston. I'm looking at Boston's lineup.
Can I get an Oklahoma soapbox?
Yes.
I'll join you on that soapbox.
So now let's just I'll mark teams down.
I feel like we're in for just a really just a stinker.
For now let's just mark teams down on who we think is going to make the playoffs and who's not. So what would that be? 5 teams in each conference, or, So let's just say Washington makes the playoffs because they've made the playoffs the last 2 years and they've gotten better. Plus they have the Alexander King glitch.
Yeah,
I'll agree.
agree with that statement.
Now,
I still think Boston's a year away.
yeah, I was about to say.
I think Boston's
makes
years
it-
away as well. They got talent, they just don't have.
They have Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, and that's the reason they're not going to
That's
make
an
it.
automatic World Series
Okay,
contender.
yeah, 162-0.
God. Ugh.
Freaking idiot!
Ugh.
No, I don't
Hey,
think.
guys, he can throw a baseball over a mountain, okay? Leave the guy alone.
He can.
No, I don't see Boston as. I don't see Boston as the worst team in this division. I see them as probably 4th in the division. I think there's another team that's kind of they're not there because I think they gave up a lot of assets for a certain guy, and I believe they've lost him. And if not, he didn't perform well. So I think Boston's 4th. They've improved a bit, and I think they can overtake a team like New York. But they're gonna have to hit next off season to even think about Washington or Pittsburgh. I think those 2 teams are gonna be the big teams moving forward in this division.
Agreed. I think Boston needs a pitching staff bad. Their pitching staff's awful.
Yeah, it doesn't look very good.
Free agency next year, get some good pitchers, and they could be a serious contender.
Agreed.
I would say I would agree with you guys with Boston. They've got by your guys' analysis, the pitching staff you said is awful. I would disagree with that. I don't think.
No, sorry. I was thinking of their relief pitching. That's my bad.
Early,
I would say
Their relief pitching is terrible.
they're just their positional players. They could be a little bit better. Yeah, they have Carlos freaking Correa, and they added Napoleon Dynamite. So how could you be bad? But
Carlos freaking Correa.
that guy cheated in baseball that one time.
I think they're going to be fine. Cherry, Arihara, McCollus, Alcantara, all B potentials. They still can grow. McCollus is kind of the wild card of that whole group. So, I don't know. I would agree with that.
Nicholas has been very, very hit or miss in this series so far in the 2 years.
The relief pitching is going to hold them back, but it's lucky that they got Sims this season in the offseason. But Osuna's going to help them in the bullpen as well. But their catching is, Evan Gaddis is going to give you maybe another couple seasons. Buck Pearson is not the truth. He's not the answer. Mike Ford's okay, but how many more years are you going to get out of Mike Ford?
He is not the father.
No.
You could say the same with Evan Gaddis, your starting catcher, if you don't think.
Boston actually they had a pretty good offseason. They got Ramon Laureano too. They got Roberto Osuna, Laureano, Lucas Sims. So they had a pretty nice offseason as well.
I agree. I just don't think they added enough.
Let's talk about New York. What do you think about New York, fellas?
Bottom of
Bad.
the division.
Bad, Jesus. I liked the wind getter pickup. Didn't they get somebody?
They got Pete Alonso.
Pete gonna need Bryce Harper to carry them.
And Daniel
If they're not
Letterman.
contenders, they're bad. That's the New York media.
I see. Well, Letterman's gonna be legit. He's legit at second base. And
The
then
only issue is he's
They're
very.
just angry. They're just angry.
you got Benito, year 2, year 3. He gonna eat.
Year 2.
So he gonna have another good year.
Deeply unhappy people up there in New York.
Yeah,
I
that's really the problem.
I think the biggest
Never
thing
satisfied with anything.
for them is the relief pitching again. So, starting, I think adding Chris Paddock is absolutely huge. It's huge for them. They get Mize, Paddock, Shugart, and Shevchuk. I think it's deep, but then you go to relief and it's like, ugh, it's gonna blow up on her face.
I hope Xavier
There's gonna be a
Jack.
couple games where they're gonna be up like 4-0, and in the final couple of innings, they're gonna give up 6 or 7 runs, and they're gonna lose.
Ugh.
I
Yeah.
think
The 8 is the best, ain't good.
Yeah, that isn't good.
listen, I'm going to say this. I think New York's roster probably. I think overall wise, I think New York's roster is better than Pittsburgh. It's not better than Washington. It's better than Pittsburgh, I'm pretty sure. But because of the positional with the relief pitching and even their starting pitching, I know it's you get Shevchuk, you get Mize, you get all those guys in there. But a lot of pitching has gotten a lot better this year in in the GGBL. So I don't think they'll have a big step down. I don't think they'll be the worst team. But I think that relief pitching, and I think a couple key areas where some players might go cold, and even starting pitching, that could hurt them at the end. So I think New York doesn't make the playoffs. But I think
I'm just waiting for the part where none of these weaknesses matter because Bryce Harper and Nicky Delmonico just hit for 500.
It's
Yeah.
a boom or bust. It's this team is just
I mean,
boom or bust. It's
they
either
also
everything
added
clicks or
Ian
everything
Mondo.
falls apart.
the thing is, you can say the same about Pittsburgh now because they've got Vladdy and Aaron Judge. So they kind of I would pick that over even amazing Bryce Harper that we've seen in year 1 and even a bit in year 2. I'd pick Vladdy and Judge over that.
So, Benito, how did he play last year? What was his actual numbers like? Like, how good was he legitimately? Is he what are we looking for in this league for him in year 2?
28 doubles, 281, 31 steals. Yeah, he's pretty good. He was a leadoff hitter too.
Do you think he can build off of that and have even a better year? So, crazy. I mean, he's the 3rd best player on the team. But so Bryce, Pete, then him for the big 3. And Nicky, of course.
I think
he
he-
can do something. I think he needs to make some noise. I'm a big Benito Ramirez fan. So.
Yeah, I would anticipate him going 320.
Shove to the 3rd string. Remember the good old years of first year? This is New Yorker talking, just being talking about the glory years. Those are good.
Like you look at New York, they're so young.
2007 and 11, great years.
They're so young though. You've got Bendito at 22A. He's going to be amazing. 281. He's going to hit over 300 this year. Mize. I mean, Letterman's now joining the group. Plus 79 contact. DeMarcus King is a pretty good player himself. I mean, they're young. Shevchuk is going to have a bounce back year. He's got protection now. I don't know, man. Pete Alonso's going to be good for this lineup as well, so you watch out for that.
I like this team.
Yeah, but the big thing is we haven't gone over to the. I don't think the Central will have a wild card team, but I think the West. You go over to the West in the AL, and I think there's another team. There's at least 2 teams there. I think there's 2 teams in the East, but I feel like Pittsburgh might be a bit better as of now. Just barely. You could really interchange them, in my opinion. I think both of them are kind of wildcard teams, and I think it's going to come down to the final couple games and how they go against each other. I don't think it will come down to... it won't come down to, New York goes 75 and 83. No, they'll probably be above 500. It's just going to be really hard, if they can beat some of the good teams this year. But I would say in the future, I would put them in the future with Benito and all that developing and all the young talent with Myers, with Letterman, with all those guys. I would put them in the future over Pittsburgh. But since Pittsburgh got really good right now, I don't know if I can do that. It's really hard.
It's fair.
That's fair.
It is really hard to pick between those two. But I would go Pittsburgh personally. Because you have... yeah, because we're now on Pittsburgh. So you have Aaron Judge, you have Vladdy, and you also have Bo Bichette. You probably have a couple other players as well.
Dude, yeah. Pittsburgh's honestly looking pretty darn good. Again, Judge, Bichette.
This is Bo.
Bo, what's up, man?
For a little while, and in my opinion, Pizzazz is kind of like the team that you gotta knock off. Like they're always gonna be there.
Yep.
So even though the Hammers picked up all these free agents, it doesn't really matter, right? They still have to make it through the Pizzazz.
Yep.
The Pizzazz is gonna be there.
You have to eat some pizza, you would say?
They got it.
What do you mean eat? Isn't the term devour?
Could be. Yeah.
You look it up.
Devour, jest. Whatever floats your boat.
Eat the pizza backwards because you're a monster.
Eat the pizza.
The pizzazz. I think
Consuming pizza, consuming it.
I think you guys are on the right track with Pittsburgh, because it's hard to deny like them making the playoffs with a 99 and a 96. I think this is one of the things that we haven't seen in this league before. Even though let's see what. Yeah, so even LA had a 94, and
we've never seen an actual substantial collection of talent on one team.
Exactly. So now
The only problem that I foresee with Pittsburgh is the fact that they couldn't win with just Aaron Judge and the rest of their talent that they have. Who's to say that Bo Bichette and Vlad Guerrero come into this league this year and automatically blow up? Maybe they could have, less than stellar years. We don't know.
I think they're going to be a gameplay. They're going to dominate in gameplay.
Yeah.
Sim, that might be a different thing because it's just their relief, which I actually have to add some people here because their relief pitching is
Pitching matters too.
literally this list.
Their relief is better than New York. Like, I feel like they're the same team, but their relief is better than New York. Like, you got Shane Green. They don't have Shane Green, Birdie, Nick Casio. Like, they have, they have,
Somewhat capable arms.
like that. Yeah, it's not the best relief pitching, it's not the best bullpen, in the world, but it's better than New York. So that's why I think they bounced New York. But I don't think New York is going to be gone forever. I think they'll just come back next year, not like year 4, because then Benito and then like you get all those young talents where Pittsburgh don't really have those guys right now.
Doesn't
Yes,
New York
they're
have better
starting
starting
to
pitching?
No, they don't. They have the exact same, I'd say.
I think if they
You got to figure
talent-wise,
the young guys. What's the young stud that who had a problem with being basically with Mize being called the number 1? He's got to take a step up.
Shevchuk, yeah.
Yeah, now he's taking a back seat, a real back seat. They got
That guy needs to cool his jets a little bit.
Yeah, where is that guy? Where is he?
I'm just gonna put.
Yeah, I wonder where Alexi is right now.
I don't think he's watching this or even listening.
All right, can we talk about Michigan? I think they're the worst team in this division.
What?
Yes,
Wow.
I think they're the worst team in this division.
Yeah, Doug, they suck.
Are you
Oh, I
high?
forgot about
Oh,
Michigan.
that's
That's
again.
right. They're so bad I forgot about that.
I like Javi Baez, but that's it.
Michigan just fall.
Then Analog.
They got
And-
Bregman.
Who's their closing pitcher?
Well, it might be. Oh, it's probably still
Would you guys
stock.
do like a DraftKings and put
It's not Osuna anymore.
Put the
It's
betting
not,
odds
if
on
it's not
Burke.
Osuna, yeah. that's a big problem. Is they traded for a sooner to get better, and they just got worse. Like I think people will actually just forget how bad Michigan was in that second half of the season, and how easy, how they collapsed so easily.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right, Port, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm
What are the
seeing.
betting odds for LA Pittsburgh World Series?
Look at
I
that.
don't even know now.
The thing with Michigan is that they're so deep, but the fall off is so big. Like you go from Bregman to Baez to Carlson. Like that's a pretty steep cliff, but then when you dive in, they're like one of the most deep teams in the league though. Like look at the depth. Like almost half the list is above a 70. In their franchise, in their organization. So, I mean,
Yeah, they're all young too.
they might have a
Yeah,
bad
they're
year
young.
this year, but
So, yeah, I'm not saying they're going to be bad in the future. I'm just saying this year.
yeah.
I think this year they're going to take a step back, but definitely next year they'll take a commanding role like they did last year, or whatever the year is. This year.
All right, we need to make a decision. I need votes. Pizzazz or Hammers? Who's making the playoffs?
I got Hammers.
Hammers.
Pittsburgh. I mean, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
I'm just gonna say to anyone that's a New York fan,
Pizza will
don't be worried because this year's going to still be a good year, and I think next year you'll be in the playoffs. I don't think this is just unlucky because Pittsburgh got locked out and got basically the best rating class. If they didn't, then I think New York would be. So
Why can't both?
A wild card, right? Yeah, exactly. Why can't both of them make it?
I just think the NL West is. You look at the West, and I think there's.
Yeah.
Two from the East, two from the West, one from the Central because.
No, I don't think the Central is that good. We'll go to the Breeze, the Chicago Breeze.
I can't wait for the Central to end up getting 3 teams.
The Breeze made the playoffs in year 1. They won the division, and then year 2 they fell off. They've got.
Looked good year 1. Year 2 they just did not play well when they sucked. To be honest.
Columbus beamed them.
Cole, do we know who Chicago added? I know they added Nashville and,
Just the analysis there.
Al-
Columbus just beamed them.
Look at the round.
Do you like my analysis?
Columbus just beamed them.
I mean, he is right.
Yeah, but it's just funny.
I'm gonna say.
ESPN should hire me.
I'm gonna say.
I can explain it better than Dan Orlovsky or whoever.
Probably.
schmuck they have it.
I don't think Chicago's the worst team, but they'll be out. Like they won't be in the playoff mix.
I think that addition of
I'll go 4th.
Alvarez is huge. Adding Alvarez to the offense is huge. And then you have Ethan Letterman who 30 and 113. Like that's nothing to scoff at, man. Like he's been pretty consistent through his first 2 years in the league. 36 doubles,
They're in this league now.
like 5, man. Like freaking 5. And then you had Trey Mashburn.
The Letterman or the.
Look at Trey Mashburn, dude.
I'm sorry.
81-80. 6'5", dude. He's gonna be a beast. So the thing with the Breeze last year was their offense wasn't coming through.
Like a clown car on Letterman's.
Yeah, no joke. Letterman here, Letterman there. But their pitching was so bad. Their pitching was awful last year. I don't know.
And they haven't.
They're tough.
99 Letterman's jumping on a bed.
But I feel like Columbus might be the team that wins the Central, so that's why
I think you're going chalk.
I am going chalky. But I think they're
Didn't
going.
Columbus's pitching staff get even better?
Yeah, they added Strasburg.
Cool.
Yeesh.
I don't think the Breeze make the playoffs, but it
And
looks
they got
better.
and they have the reigning Cy Young winner with Espino.
Yep.
I'll change it. They'll get 3rd. That's my prediction.
No, I've got them winning it.
Well, what about Indiana? Indiana made some improvements.
I don't like it now.
I think I think I agree. I don't like Indiana.
I don't
either.
like them.
I hate them.
I hate them.
It was really the true beginning of the downfall last year was when they played Indiana, Portland, Seattle, that team.
They also added Frankie Bowen, prospect, and then Billy Hamilton too. So
Yeah, I just think they won since they won last year. I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
don't apologize.
Overrated team.
Is Columbus?
Most overrated team, Seattle.
Probably. Yeah, that's probably true.
Look at this Class A roster with 76
All
people.
hype, no results.
Now, when it's one of those fake simulations, they win the World Series, but when it's the real one, they miss the playoffs.
We'll actually just go.
Oliver Perez is still pitching. He's 41 years old.
Ford can't even defend his team because he knows I'm right
No,
deep down.
I was talking about Central.
All right, so we got our 40 right there. All right, so you guys think that Columbus might be a little overrated? We got some overrated, and then we got some legit.
I think Columbus is capable of repeating, although I just have like a feeling that maybe they won't, just because.
They should repeat, but it's the fucking Central, so they might come last, and then fucking Indiana or like whatever. Wisconsin was the whole thing.
I mean, the Cards do have that pitching staff doesn't look like it's getting any worse.
The AL Central is just wild. There's no predicting it.
I think the Breeze are the underdog this year to win that. They're the ones going to come out of nowhere and do it. Just make it happen.
Nashville was a fluke.
Yeah, and the Rams, pay attention to them. They look like they could
Yeah.
be good.
Rams are really good, dude. Under 30 Syndergaard and everybody else under 25 pitching
The AL
staff.
Central is just such a blow, man. It's such a blow.
Give me year 4, year 5, and I'll say Indiana makes it, but not this year. But they're close. They're closer. I think they'll probably come second in the division. That's my guess. I think they're the best.
They got Salvi though.
Yeah, that's why I think they're second, because I think they improved a lot. But I think Columbus improved as well.
Peanuts McLovin. Peanuts.
Yeah, gotta love
I
Mr.
forgot
Peanuts.
that dude existed.
He's here. He is here.
Now I have to come to terms with the fact that this is a real person. I've repressed that deep in my memory.
When does his brother Walnuts McLovin make the
Does he have like a sister named Cashews or something?
Oh, God damn it. Why?
God.
Why do you people do this to me? I don't
It's
know.
no fault for throwing the potty.
What do you guys think? The comment section's been...
Anymore. I don't know.
The comment section has died. Nobody said a word since...
Everyone's just listening to our
yeah, I think they're just listening.
incredible analysis.
I don't know, man. I think Indiana might be sneaky because you got Will Myers as an ad, you got Salvi as an ad, you got some young up-and-comers like Peanuts McLovin. I don't know, man. Then you got a good bullpen and Nate Lowe. I don't know. I think they're pretty solid.
Yeah, I'd watch out for the Rams. I can't wait for the spreadsheet to be done so I can run them through my formula again.
Oh, yeah,
see who's out on top.
We got a...
Jake Taylor's going to be the difference maker in the Central. He's going to carry the Breeze through. You just wait.
Ooh.
Wisconsin, I still think that...
Aiden Oliver, Rookie of the Year.
Honestly, Wisconsin's pitching staff is like, it's nothing crazy, but it seems really the top to bottom.
Thing is, that's the entire division of the Central. It's just, they're not great, but they're solid.
All solid
Conference.
teams.
I want to see Minnesota before I say Wisconsin's the worst. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well,
But they've got.
I hate that Wisconsin's
They've
gonna
got
end up being the worst.
They've got all these guys. I just don't think Wisconsin added enough. I think same with Minnesota. Though we'll have to see. But
The Maples is such a good name. And yet
Thanks, Tia.
they're stuck.
Wisconsin, like, they got.
I love the name Maples for a baseball team. It's a great name.
Well,
Tell me something more. Tell me a more baseball name than that.
I don't think I can.
Bruins. Wait a minute, wrong sport.
Hey guys, I just want to let you know that you guys are brown nosing just a little bit too much.
Hey, I'll take it.
brown nosing me.
Means you're sniffing my ass.
I don't know, a name like the Lumberjacks is a pretty baseball name.
The good old Lumberjacks. Let me look at this roster real quick, because I'm missing 2 players here. We got 2 catchers. Oh, we need Travis Jones. I can't do that. We'll find another first baseman for Wisconsin. 2 second basemen, 2 thirds, 2 shorts, 2 outfielders. We need another outfielder. So Court Peterson's got to be up. And Dylan Thomas. Actually, at this point, might as well Juan Carlos Negrete. Call him up. And we're at 41, so we need to get to 40. I'm sorry, continue.
In a couple, maybe year 4 or 5, the Maples could be a pretty good team.
I mean, they have
Yeah, in the
Gallo,
division.
Soroka.
Adding Soroka was big. Justice and Oliver, though, are the 2 guys that I'm looking at. Plus Astudillo.
Pretty young.
Adding him was big. I say like 4th place.
They need, if they want to exceed expectations, they're gonna need some guys to like step up and have like big years.
Yep. Wisconsin or Minnesota. I've always liked Minnesota, but they've never been able to do it. They've never been able to like just come up and get it done.
Yeah, I think they're the worst team.
In this division.
They have that dude named Randy.
But look at this. They're so deep, though. They're so deep, but their pitching staff's terrible. Like, it was Odorizzi.
My vote for worst team is probably San Fe.
I think this year is when like a bad pitching staff is gonna really start to be a hindrance.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the last couple, year 1 and year 2, especially year 1, you could probably get away with it because there's only like 5 teams that had 90 overall players, and those teams are just creamy if you weren't ready for them. But there's only like 5 teams now. It's like what, 15 teams that have like 10 teams have like a 90 overall. I don't know. I can't do math.
I think it's a majority of the league that has the type of firepower now.
Alrighty. Who
At
do we
least
think?
190 on their team.
Since there were 2 shouts, who do we think is going to be the divisional winners? Columbus or Indiana? I'll put those 2.
Honestly, I think Indiana. That's gonna be my pick.
Chicago.
Chicago's still there.
I'm going with the Rams.
I'm gonna go with the Rams though. That's my pick.
As what now?
Right.
We're choosing the central winners.
Oh.
I don't think the Rams are the best on paper, but I feel like they'll get it done.
Who do you
Just have
think
it's
will
getting in my
win
gut.
the NL Central, the AL Central side?
I think from what I've seen, man. I like what Minnesota did. I like that they added a closer in Kimbrel. I like that they got Chapman and Skubal. I think they got better. Definitely got better. But I don't know if it's enough. Wisconsin, they need a lot of production from guys that, they've been missing it from. They with Matt Justice and their pitching staff, namely. I mean, Eichhoff used to be one of their best pitchers. Tyler Mahle, 3.58. Like, they need a little bit more out of him. So they're really dependent on. They're really relying. The guys they're relying on. I don't know if they can overperform where their expectation is. So Wisconsin, probably not my pick. Indiana's, they hold their own in gameplay. So when we see them in gameplay, but the majority of this is all simulated. So if anything, I'm probably picking Columbus again. You got Lindor, because the game loves these players. Lindor, Strasburg, Castillo. I think that's going to carry them. And then I would guarantee that Frankie Bowen, custom prospect 75A, does some pretty good damage here. I think the next closest, I think second to first, you could go Chicago, Columbus. That'd be my pick.
Yeah. We agree that there's not going to be a wild card team from the NL Central, just because the NL East and West are just too good. But the Central's
I
solid.
wouldn't say it's impossible.
It's not impossible, but if we're doing predictions, I would bet from the East with West rather than the Central. Just because the Central is solid, but it doesn't have maybe the two teams that can go. Only one, I'd say.
I think at the end of the year, I think we'll see. There will be a Central team that's in it in the wild card, and we'll just see at the end of the year if they can pull it out at the end, in the games that really count. I think they have a chance, but it's going to be slimmer. But I think the Central has the best chance, though, because I think they've got the weakest set of teams at the bottom compared to the other ones. So I think the other conferences or divisions will beat each other up. I think that's going to be the reason that the Central ends up with a wild card team.
Yeah, Minnesota's team, like having good closers is great, but for a closer to matter, you need to get to that point, and their starting pitching is weak.
Yep.
All right, I'm excited. Let's talk about. I think it's Santa Fe next.
The one thing I want to mention. So Worth Under asked a question. Worth Under asked a question here, saying, "How do I feel about my good boys?"
Yeah, we'll let him.
I don't like my good boys this year. I'll just come out and say that. But we'll talk about them in a moment. So Santa Fe. Santa Fe.
You could start going on this mess.
Is the team.
Everyone
That's
got
one
better.
thing I know about them.
They got Robbie Grossman. They're getting a little bit of better production from James Chris. He's going to start at second base, I think. But they got Bobby Dahlbeck, but I don't think they did enough.
Yeah, compared to other teams in this division, they didn't do enough.
Yeah. Can you go to the pitching?
They got a good pitcher in a draft. Ruben Finley. That's not a custom guy. That's just a dude that was drafted. But I gotta update this real quick.
Their pitching staff seems like it's still solid.
There's some things to be desired, but in a couple of years they'll probably have 580s if they can keep the guys and those A's to the potential.
Wilson Contreras was big. Getting Dahlbeck was huge for this team, by the way. Just the power numbers for him.
I think this team is really weak overall.
Yeah.
Top to bottom.
I agree.
Yeah.
They're just young.
Yeah, we agree.
I think bottom three.
Like, if you were going to give me a vote for the worst team in the league, I might put these guys in.
It really makes you wonder
bottom three.
how they got to a point to sniff the playoffs. Like, how did that even happen last year?
That's a good question.
Sheer
When you look at the roster, they don't have a good roster, so.
Yeah, I'm not too big on him. I like Angelo Ruth, but I don't know. At 74B, he's gonna have he'll improve, but yeah, and getting Robbie Grossman was big for him. 290, almost 20 homers, but
With Santa Fe, I'd be playing the young guys like Corbin Harrell over. What was his name? Other than 76 overall players.
Was an outfielder.
Yeah.
Fowler, Broxton. Anyway,
Finish it because I paused the stream and my
Keon Broxton.
screen collapsed.
He said quickly.
Corbin Carroll got.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing here. I need to get the 40-man roster. Jeez. Chris Rusin. He should probably stay. Well, he's the last one on there, so let's take him off. All right, we're at 40. All right, so you guys don't like Santa Fe. That one was easy.
Yeah, they're not great.
All right, Oklahoma getting Whit Merrifield, Yanoa, Chapman. That was big for them.
But I think they're going to disappoint again,
I got
because they always do.
Fairfield, Garcia.
I like Chapman. Like you get a lot of different guys in there, right?
They
Like
got the guys. I just don't know if I can trust them after last year.
Reagan is a 74.
I say give them one more year. One more year. And,
or
I kind of like Oklahoma this year.
We're not going to decide, by the way, since I know this division is stacked as shit, we're not going to decide until the end who's a playoff team or not. Because I think saying, if we say Oklahoma's a playoff team, then I think we'll change that.
on Burger.
Dude, this team's actually pretty good. There shouldn't be really any doubt for them, in my opinion.
Seems legit.
Look at, we got Witt, Luis, Garcia. Garcia,
I changed my mind. I realized how deep they were.
Gonna be elite.
They were really deep.
and they got Spencer Torkelson. And then our boy, Kevin Smith, man.
Fresh Prince of Oklahoma City.
Gabriel Arias hit 233. They'll probably see some movement there, but
Honestly, I think the X factor for the team is going to be if the players that were a little down in average last year, if they improve their average, like Han, if Han goes up in by about 0.03, if he goes up about that much in his average, I think that'll help the team drastically make the playoffs this next year.
It's funny because Santa Fe is probably going to be the worst team, just because we're going to see Oklahoma, then the other three teams, and we're going to be wowed. So I think Santa Fe might be the worst team.
plus don't forget about Mookie, man. Don't forget about Mookie.
Look at Leon Letterman. We have a
Man,
Letterman
that
on our
team
team.
is stacked.
I like
We'll
That's
get
playoff.
some of that pick dust. Oh man, you guys are talking up my team now.
But
Yeah, a lot of pressure
I
now.
would wait. I'm not putting them playoffs until I see the other teams, because I know how
Yeah, I
stacked the
think-
other three are.
That's what we do. But Santa Fe is definitely getting last, for sure.
But look at Lee. It's like stats though. You got damn near.
I'd like to see Reagan Landish progressing more. He's 74. I'd like to see it.
I need to find that double-A player here.
Producing.
Let me update this real quick, and then I'll just
Julio Pablo
give
Martinez.
one more look. So look at Santa Fe here, right? So Bat's at a 97. He's going to carry. Merrifield's a nice complimentary player. You got Yanoa, Weaver, Chapman, Mackenzie Gore, Knable. Obviously, Reagan Landish is solid. Corbin Martin. Like, this seems better than a lot of people might be thinking. I think the West will have a challenger to Phoenix.
So we're saying Phoenix, Seattle, and Oklahoma.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a tough test.
So I think the big thing on Oklahoma that everybody isn't seeing is the fact that they didn't get a big 90 overall player. But they're underestimating the fact that not only did we get a starter, which is going to help us, but we also got a closer, which is going to help us. And then we also got we got Whit Merrifield who can play almost anywhere on the field. So I think everybody's underestimating what impact those guys are going to have on a team that wasn't even that bad last year for most of the season.
I agree.
Yeah, that is true. Like they just dipped right at the end.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be hard. But I think Oklahoma's better than Las Vegas.
I think
You can say that. I think Las Vegas is
was
fourth.
both.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, they're cool.
I think it's going to be a 3-team fight at the very top. And one team's going to come out, and honestly, I don't think I can project which team that's going to be at this point. Even though we haven't gotten to those teams yet, knowing those three teams, I don't think that I could legitimately pick one to come out of this division right now. I really don't.
You gotta bad for the Nuggets, man, because they don't have a bad team. They're just in such a stacked conference.
Yeah, the Nuggets didn't really do much for me. I think the pitching staff still is a weak point for them, even though, you know, they traded for Keuchel thinking they were going to keep, you know, being legitimate, and getting Nathan Eovaldi, maybe Eovaldi helps them.
Maybe, but
I don't know. I'm not confident. I'm not confident in.
I agree.
All right, to Seattle and their new uniform and their rebrand. Is that going to help them?
How do they look?
Is that going to help their push?
Is it look good, play good?
Oh yeah, dude.
Gary, this team looks legit.
You would think, but they don't do anything. You got Urias, Barrios, Monroe.
It's all just KAJ not hitting home runs in gameplay.
You know what I'm just gonna say? They have a very, very good pitcher in Francisco Borde.
Oh my God, he's at it again. He's at it again.
Oh, yeah, our pitching staff is deep now. We got a good pitching staff. I guess this is my team, so I guess I'll talk a bit. Pitching was a big issue last year. Yeah, we got Crochet. I'd say Crochet is a closer. The other guy, Gratterall is our reliever. Crochet is our closer. Mike Moran probably is like a support guy in the eighth, I would say.
Your starting five is Urias, Barrios, Monroe, Bridwell, and Mitchell. Those would be my five for sure. Yeah. Look at the A potentials right there. So if you guys hit on some hot streaks there and you can get that A potential working for you, that'd be pretty solid. But Bridwell with a C, you know, you got him to trade from Indiana last year, and I think Rodriguez in limited.
Nolan Mitchell's gonna make a big improvement this year from 5-11.
Someone's breaking up a little bit. You guys alive? Nico Horner is up to an 88, dude.
The hot streak once, remember? And he was hitting a lot.
KAJ is just so good, man. He's so good.
You just wish that comes through in gameplay,
He's
though.
overrated. He doesn't seem to produce in any of the games that we watch.
He's looking at 311, 26 homers.
I think he has 30 homers this year, at least.
He missed, by the way, he missed the last month.
Okay, then I'm saying 35 maybe.
Wander Franklin.
That's a lot.
The
35.
Yeah, this team.
Calling him the MVP.
Calhoun's a lot better than his rating.
The one thing that sucks for Seattle is they still have an outfield issue.
Yeah, that's one. But I mean, Dominguez is legit grows. Like he can make a big jump.
Yep. I think Seattle competes again. I think it's once bitten, twice shy type of thing. I'm not going to take them to win the division though, which is probably why they're going to do it this year.
Second place, finishing the wild card spot right now.
Because you don't want to jinx me, Gold.
I like Phoenix. Phoenix is so good.
Yes, sir.
But no, really, they really are good, and I can't deny that. I mean, I don't think anybody can deny now. They went to the freaking World Series, dude. Fried, Ramos Jr., Porcello, Elior. What else is there?
In there, Ramos and Liederman still growing.
You know what hurts is that we are so much better.
Which Liederman?
We are so much better
Elior.
on paper than Phoenix. We've not translated that. Wow. I didn't know they were this bad on paper.
What's
I remember we were like, how is Phoenix doing so good? But I forget how bad on paper they were.
Plus, they added a reliever, too. They added Mariano Rivera Jr.
Yes, sir.
70B.
He'll be just like every other namesake that joins in a league, like, Michael Jordan Jr., he's just going to be,
Michael Jordan Jr. still in the league? I haven't.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
In like 2
No,
years.
he didn't even make the league. He made the league as an undrafted free agent out of Central Florida, and he didn't do anything. That's why
I've heard that name in like since like the intro video.
You know
Oh
what?
no, not that Michael Jordan Jr. I'm talking about like the Michael Jordan's son.
Oh, that Michael Jordan Jr. Gotcha.
Yeah.
The actual Michael Jordan Jr. Plus, they got this guy, Paxton Dallas. Take a look at this dude, right?
Must have been growing up with that name.
75A, 21-year-old shortstop. How can you argue against that guy? He's taking
So
over.
many, like, they're so deep and young.
Yeah, this is tough. It's tough for me to determine who's going to get the call down. Look at all these guys. 92.
You know what? I'm gonna make a prediction. I think this could backfire, but I'm just gonna do it on paper. Seattle wins the division. Oklahoma makes the playoffs. Phoenix doesn't make the playoffs. I don't think Phoenix makes it.
Phoenix is winning
That's
the World Series,
controversial. That's controversial, but I gotta say it. I don't think Phoenix
Well,
makes it.
They
I'm
still
gonna
got,
doubt them again.
still got the
I
Castro.
will doubt them again.
You know what? I mean, if you get Dallas to start at shortstop, then you move Pedro Alvarez, who played there last year. He can hit. You can't take him out of the lineup. Go into outfield. He can play out there. Get Ramirez to go to the outfield as well. Now you've got an outfield of Winker, Alvarez, Ramirez, and you've got like Castro just sitting there too. Like they're back, man. They're gonna be back again. They're gonna be back again.
It's gonna be a 3-team battle at the top. Every team at the top of this division is so good. I still can't make a decision. I don't care what anyone says. So
Yeah.
hard.
But Phoenix is going to win just because of their depth and their progression of their young guys throughout the year. That's my guess. That's my prediction.
Well, apparently we don't have young guys. Okay.
Not as many as Phoenix.
I think I'm gonna go.
We got. Okay, I'm not even.
We got-
Oklahoma City.
We got James Monroe. All right, moving on to the NL. So wait, okay. So out of all of the American League positions that we looked at teams and everything we looked at here, who is your favorite coming out of the entire AL?
Go one by one.
So we did Washington, Boston, New York, Pittsburgh.
We'll go one by one. So Neil, you there? Hello.
Neil, are you alive?
Yeah.
Who do you think will win the AL and represent them in the World Series?
Look through it.
Which team?
I'm gonna go with 5 quad. I'm go with Pittsburgh.
You're cutting out, by the way.
I think he said Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Is it- Okay, Pittsburgh.
He's going with Pittsburgh.
We'll go
Okay.
with Pittsburgh. All right, Lucas, you can go.
Oh, I wasn't ready.
Oh well, we'll go
Oklahoma
with
City.
Dalton.
What city? That's my prediction.
Oklahoma.
But I think they'll win the AL West as well.
Okay, Dalton. Is Dalton here?
I'm here. Yeah. It's a tough one for me, but I'm gonna have to go with my boys in Washington. To be honest with you.
Man. All right, so we have Washington, Phoenix, or Pittsburgh, Oklahoma.
Is Dare here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Who do you think's gonna win?
I don't know. I really think that Guerrero and Judge duo is gonna work wonders for Pittsburgh.
Two Pittsburgh.
Okay, so 2 for
Bo?
Pittsburgh.
Is Bo here?
Yeah,
Who do you
I'm
think's
gonna go
win
with the-
the AL? Who'd you go for?
you know, Pittsburgh is going to be real tough, but I think the Pizzazz are going to be a wild card team, and I think they're going to make it.
All right.
Right? I like
Bold
it.
prediction.
Being different.
That's
Both
bold.
Alright, well, I guess I'm the only one, so I gotta go with my boys in Seattle.
Of course you are, you little god. You can't just pick something. Oh my god.
West and gold.
I'm picking Phoenix.
Wow.
They're too good, man. How could you not look at that? They're insane.
Oklahoma City. It's gonna be Oklahoma City. Mark my words. Don't mark them because it's
If-
gonna be wrong.
If they didn't, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something here. If they did not get Jose Ramirez and they did not get Tyler Stevenson, I wouldn't even come close to touching this team again. I'd be like, you know what? They might fall off. They might just fall off. But dude,
They're definitely gonna fall off now.
they got
good work.
they got Paxton Dallas. They got Elior coming up. They got Rico coming up. I mean, this team is. It's just too good, man. Then they just added with Mariano in the bull. I think
I have a weak feeling.
they might win 100 freaking games, dude. In this league,
You just put the hex on that team.
I know.
He's trying to redeem himself.
Okay,
They just might win the
two
league.
Again? How many picks for which teams?
They had one for Washington, one for New York, I think 3 for Pittsburgh, or 2 for Pittsburgh, one for Oklahoma, one for Seattle, one for Phoenix. So I'm interested in what you guys think if you're watching this in the replay or in the live chat, who you like in the American League as we now go to the next 15 teams in the NL side of things. So,
All right. Well, I unfortunately won't be able to be a part of this, so I have to go. Have a good night.
bye.
Bye, Dalton.
Just
Sounds
epic.
sick.
All right. Who you guys think? What are you guys thinking about Atlanta? Now, I will say they added Parker Burnside, and they also added another pitcher, Diego Montoya. Plus, Franmil Reyes. That's a big one. Franmil's going to be big. And Devers. They added Devers as well.
I think the team.
Devers is legit.
What division did they play in?
NL East.
I think NL East is. I mean,
Let's look at NL East. No, I don't think they'll make it.
Yeah, the Sting
NL East again. Right.
But they're good. I'm not saying they're bad. They're pretty good, but I just don't think they're.
All right, take a look. They're starting.
I think they're third in division though. I think they're third. Listen, I've got to be honest. I'm still Richmond at heart, so I'm saying Richmond finish second. But I would put this team at third. I think this team actually could
Richmond
compete for
first.
playoffs.
I think that Atlanta will probably, for most of the season, they'll probably be around third. They may go on like a run in like a random month and get to like second, and people will be like, oh, they might make a run to the playoffs, and it's gonna fall back to third and finish the season at third.
I will say I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong though if Atlanta does do well because they have a really good look.
Potential. Most of them are hovering around, the 70 to 75 year of player.
Yeah, you have to restart that again because we freaking cut
I
off
think
again.
Atlanta is good.
I'm not sure they have what it takes to make the playoffs, but I think they have to be better than they have been the past 2 years.
They're gonna make a. I'm saying they could probably finish 500.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can trust them.
If you're a Sting fan, 500, you gotta be happy.
And Brock Holt's probably not playing at third. He's probably going to be in the outfield. Toribio, that's unfortunate that he plays third base, nothing else. Leroy Jenkins is probably an outfielder.
Leroy.
But Devers is locking down that third base spot for sure.
Yeah, we got like we got all the late 2000 memes. Now we just need Chuck Norris to finish the Holy Trinity.
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel bad because I want to say they'll be in the playoffs, but I just don't think they will.
No, it's too hard. Getting in that playoff mix is
I
just
think realistically, this is the third place team in the division.
yeah.
And also, I love the GGBL because I feel like every division there's no clear insights. Yeah, they're gonna win it.
See, we'll talk about a team that's obviously fifth and the other team that's fourth.
Man, I want to give William Murphy a shot. I think he needs it. He's a custom player. I think we're gonna move down Andy Pages, get him off there. Who else can we move down here? Maybe Montoya. I don't know. He can go to the bullpen or something. But
It's just hard with this team.
let's go here. The hell's that?
Yeah, what the
I'm
hell?
wondering.
What's that?
Hello? Is there a ghost?
Is there a ghost? I think we can move. Let's move down Jahmai Jones. We got Brock Holt, Jenkins, Toribio. Maybe Toribio's the guy that gets called down. There's nowhere else he can play. Jahmai can play the outfield. Let's just do that. I hate doing it, but got to do it. Okay, so we have currently, we need to get to that 40-man and start moving people off of there. Okay, that's still not, we need the double-A. Hunter gets off there. Okay, so you guys think third place-ish for Sting? I think they made some major improvements. Major improvements. Parker Burnside, Franmil, Devers. I mean, there's no reason why they can't be a thorn in people's side, but
yeah, I'm not saying they're going to be far off. Like third in that division, it means very close to wild card. Like they'll be close, and they'll be a lot better than the other two teams. I'm thinking of right now. I just think Atlanta might be a year away. I don't know.
If they're not a year away, they're 2 years away for sure.
So the Moonshots. This is a starting pitching rotation that has the Jays. The Jivin' Jays.
John,
Josh.
And RJ.
Wow.
What do you guys think about the Moonshots? I think they're deep. I think they're good. Bellinger.
I get the same vibe as Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not the worst team. They're not the worst team in the division. I think they'll be fourth and all. They've got the potential. They definitely can make it. But we've said this about Miami for the first 2 years, and they've kind of just had the same roster again. So I think Miami's fourth for me, just because.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're worse than Atlanta, and yeah, I just don't think it's gonna come together. Sadly.
Yeah, I'm not getting that feeling with this team.
When I look at them, I see a chance for them to finish second. Do I think they finish second? No.
Well,
Too many. For them to finish second, they need a lot of players to overperform them overall this year, which definitely could happen. But say
I mean,
fourth.
Chisholm's going to be a good player in this league. He might be a 280 type guy. Seth Ambrose, Zue Lane, O'Neal Cruz, Xavier Hawkins.
I love what the hell? No, I love that I love how we're just like, yeah, no, they can make it second, but we know who's going to be first. We know who's winning this.
Who's that?
We'll get to them. We'll get to them.
Carolina.
Yes, we are next. Let's go here.
I don't know, man. I think if anything, I think Miami will compete better than. I think Miami will be more tough than Richmond.
Two down on Richmond.
No, I'm not. That team's not going anywhere this year.
Richmond just hasn't had first free agency, man. I think if they get one actual good player in the first free agency, they may actually. I don't know if they beat the LA, but they may make it closer than it was.
All right, so speaking of Richmond, let's talk about Richmond real quick. Let's talk about these guys. All right. Good boys. The only thing that we did in the offseason is Tristan McKenzie, and then we added a closer in Will Harris to help out with the bullpen. That's it.
And Lewis,
You make it sound like he isn't their second best player on the team.
McKenzie is a very valuable player
Well,
to have.
considering what this team did last season, making it into the playoffs by the hair of the chinny chin chin, adding Tristan McKenzie was big, but I don't know. I don't think it's.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my predictions around. I'll be more realistic. Richmond 4th, Atlanta 3rd. Miami 3rd, Atlanta 2nd.
I'll do that.
Like-
I did not realize how bad Richmond actually was.
But Richmond has the best
We
future.
still think
Out of all of them,
Philadelphia
I
is
think
the worst.
Richmond has the best future.
I think Richmond in a couple of years should be very good, but I mean, like, I'm looking at us.
We're acting like Richmond doesn't have the best future in this division and maybe in the entire. NL.
Richmond also made the playoffs last year. They low San Francisco team to get into the playing game, and they were younger.
It's true.
It's gonna be this year. They better.
Listen, I'm not going off the past results because I just
I want to say I really want the Richmond good boys to do well. I really do.
I'm gonna throw.
Trash talk Richmond. I think last year was a flash in the pan.
I'm gonna throw this out. You guys got to stop interrupting each other. That's you gotta learn it.
We hate Richmond.
Yeah. So continue. Sorry, continue.
No, I just think Richmond. I don't go off base like on paper. Like that's why I'm kind of like, it could happen. Like Richmond could make the playoffs. I'm not saying they won't. They're a team that definitely can, but I don't think they will. And I said the same for Phoenix. I base it on paper, and on paper, I wouldn't put those two teams in the playoffs. Now, could that jinx both of them? Probably, but reverse jinx them. Sorry, so they both make it, maybe. But like, you never know. I think on paper, young, gonna get better, gonna be the best team in the division in at least 5 years' time. Let's say that. I think Carolina falls off in 5 years' time. Probably make the playoffs in 3 years' time or 2 years, depending on development. I think, I just think Richmond. This is a building year. This is a building year after last year.
There's no doubt that
It's
we're.
unfortunate because they were kind of probably.
There's no doubt that we're young, and we're growing. It's a wonder how the team made the playoffs last season. I mean, we added Camargo, we called up Beatty. We were hoping that was going to be enough. And even last year in year one, we had to try to push for the playoffs as well by getting Yaro Munoz. So it seems like every year the good boys have to get a player into the roster, get a guy into the team to help get them to where they want to be at. So we need more out of Tora. We need more out of Lewis. I mean, look at the ribbies there. So the people that are in front of him, we need Ruth to continue what he's doing, but yeah, it's not they're not bad, but they're just one of those teams that I just don't have a lot of confidence in. I want them to do well. I just don't know that they're going to.
I was saying, I think Tora's got to be like his playoff form. He was, in my opinion, sadly we don't have the VODs because of the stupid Twitch ringer, but I'm 99% sure that Tora was one of, basically like a top 3 player in that playoff run. He needs to grow for that, I'd say. And the unfortunate thing about Richmond is I think they were better than Atlanta, than Miami, than they're still better than Philly, but like they just didn't luck out in the custom draft or in the free agency. So those teams got better, and they didn't get worse. They got a bit better, but I mean compared to the league, they're not as good as last year.
All right, what do you guys think about? So what are we thinking about Richmond then? What are your final thoughts, everybody else? What do you think?
Best case scenario, second. Worst case scenario, fourth. Prediction, very close. I think they'll sneak out either I think they're gonna get second. They're gonna need it to be by like a game, like 83 and 81.
All right.
But I'm gonna go third.
I will say. I want to say second, but I'm gonna say third because I do like what Miami's doing.
Yep.
I'll say fourth. I think Miami and Atlanta are better right now. With funding, if we're looking on paper.
All right. Let's move on to Philadelphia. I love what they did. Getting Jack Flaherty. Who else did they grab? They grabbed Adam Frazier. He's probably going to play outfield, I think, just because they want Linares to play second. They don't need a 31-year-old taking away that position, so outfield's probably where he's going to go. But what are you guys' thoughts about Philadelphia?
I know you're trying to be nice to Philadelphia fans, but this is not a good season. They're building.
Yeah.
They're building.
They need a little more.
They're building their youth, but they're not there. They're just not there. So I think Philly comes fifth, and I think they have this season like last year.
What do you think?
I agree with Blake.
Yeah.
Nothing really to say about Philly. They're just building. Like they'll be good. Like they'll be good one day, but not today. not today.
They'll be good one day. Just not today. Not today.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe the year after that.
Let me make sure Richmond's 40-man is correct. I want to make sure I just get this right, just right off the bat. I'll have to go back and worry about it later.
I'm trying to think, does a team make it out of this division? Like, obviously, we've got the other team we're going to talk about, but does one of those three teams make it to the wild card? Because you look at the West, both Wests are really stacked, by the way. Like, they're really stacked. AL and NL West. Because you got kind of the two teams.
Conferences are pretty good.
Yeah, you got kind of the two teams that are. Like, you got the bottom team. You got a team that looks promising. So you got Portland and Santa Fe. The team looks promising, but not there. San Diego and Las Vegas. You got the team that's been there. And then you can't really compare. I mean, on paper, but you could say. On paper, Seattle's roster is like LA, playing like that. They're playing like San Diego or Colorado. But on paper, they're kind of like LA. I would put the Grizzlies as like OKC, and then Colorado is like Phoenix in terms of on paper. But I'd switch it up. Like Phoenix has been LA. Seattle probably has been like probably a San Fran because OKC's been like Colorado, but just worse success. I'm trying to justify that these two divisions that are in the, like, if you just go to the West, you go to California, Oregon, Nevada, Washington, you'll just find good teams. But yeah, oh god, I just realized.
Get out of here.
Oh, I just realized we're at the team.
Carolina.
Yeah, I'm
No.
No
I
what?
was trying to convince Carolina didn't exist. And it was
No
just
what?
my imagination.
Oh shit.
Hendricks.
This
3-8.
is. No, he doesn't follow it a lot, but this is Hillboy's dream.
Now, see, here's the deal. Like, look at Carolina. Look at the overall ratings, right? And compare that to other teams across the league that you've already looked at, that we've already seen. The thing with them is obvious. It's just depth. So when we were saying that Michigan's terrible, Carolina might have a worse compilation of a roster than Michigan does when it comes to depth. So what is it about Carolina that separates them from everybody else? Other than, Juan Soto? Getting real pissed off. There better not be like 5 different streams popping up. Better just be one stream.
There's not. It's the same stream.
Okay.
It'll just cut it.
It's annoying as crap, though. All right, so we got a decision to make here. So we've got in the outfield, we have Leone, Allen, Bishop, Soto. We have 4 outfielders. Ichiman, Irizarry, Hosey, Sanchez, Arraez, David Fry, first base. Probably Irizarry. Yeah.
Kind of beatable besides Soto.
I know they do. That's what I'm saying. Like there's something missing from Carolina compared to what we just watched from everybody else. I don't know what it is.
This team.
I like going on paper, but like when there's teams like Carolina, I mean sometimes you just got to say they win the division again, just because they're Carolina.
Yep. All right.
They're just Carolina. That's the only reasoning that you can really
If they
explain it
didn't
to
get
Carolina. They're gonna win it.
if they didn't get that high overall player, it could be different. But they got that high overall player.
We're gonna have to move a little bit quicker too. We're moving on 2 hours here. So Dallas. What do you guys like about Dallas?
Dallas. Let's look at Dallas. Let's see them.
But they have the best pitcher.
This is a good team.
You want to talk about depth? Look at this. I think they have more depth than.
Very top.
Look at that. There's so much depth.
Not top heavy. You know what I'm trying to say is that there's 5 really good players, and then everyone else is just. Ugh.
There's Jacques de Gaulle, custom prospect right there.
No, like they added Arenado, but that's it. Like they just look bad after 5 guys, sadly. So I'm just gonna say no. Now they could go Carolina, but with Arenado, but just no. They'll be better than another team though, but just I don't think it'll pan out.
Okay.
I don't think it's Dallas's. Yeah. Personally.
NL Central is a little bit. I would say it's a little bit weaker.
This feels to be the trend.
Yeah.
You know, considering Nashville, Houston, New Orleans, St. Louis, it's just a little bit weaker compared to other.
It feels so weird because both West are the strongest in my opinion. Both East are the second strongest division, and then both Centrals are the third best. They're last, so the league has just panned out that way, which is funny.
It's poor Nebraska fans.
I want Dallas to be. I can feel Dallas could be good, but I just don't think it'll happen.
I think adding Arenado is huge. They didn't really add anybody else. I think that's the biggest thing is that
That's the big problem.
the one thing I think that saved them is the amount of progression that their young guys had. I mean, you have Kellenick here, you've got Ed Howard, Casas, Derek Caro. They drafted this guy Donald Lusk. Jack Melton improved. So you've got all these young guys on Dallas that have like really stepped up in progression. That's why you see so much depth there. Like the last guy on their list is I'm like they're in the 60s right now. So they have organizational wise, they're one of the top organizations in the league, I think. But I think the big addition here in the Central would be Aaron Nola for Nashville. They basically they doubled up. They doubled down, I should say. They doubled down on their pitching staff. That's already just completely insane. Nola, Peralta, Singer, like that's the best in the league.
Sure, for sure.
Yeah, Brian. Whoever our 5th guy is, Frankie Freeman. There he is.
And then Trevor May. Yeah.
Trevor May. Yeah. You know what was the big thing about Phoenix and Nashville last year? they didn't have good hitters, but they had insane pitching staffs. And what happened to them? They ended up going to the playoffs comfortably. You know, and obviously that had to require guys going hot. But they're the best pitching team. That's undisputed. As of now. So I think Nashville may. Yeah, I'll go Nashville makes the playoffs as a wild card. I don't think they'll hit it. Their hitting's going to be the same. And I think another team. I have to look at the other team that I really think I like because they've added a lot this round.
I love their outfield, by the way. Marte, Kidd, and Kemmerly. Like, all these guys just produced for this team last year.
Yeah, I think they make the playoffs. Like, I'm going to say wild card, but they could win the division very easily as well. I would be shocked if they didn't make it. And I'd be shocked if the reason is because of pitching. It would have to be because of hitting. So.
All right.
Yeah,
How about Houston? I've always liked Houston, but they missed last year. I don't think they should have missed last year, but they did.
Yeah, they missed last year.
What's the pitching staff like?
You're looking at it, sir.
Yeah, I think Nashville's better. Like,
You don't like Houston?
I couldn't name you the worst team in this division because, like the Central, I think the AL Central, I think they're all solid, but I don't think this is a playoff team.
You don't think Houston's a playoff team?
No, I don't think they are.
Wow. Dang.
This team is young, and I think that definitely by next year they're going to be at least a playoff contender and keep improving themselves.
Got Chase Jackson, Michael Bush.
They're near fourth, but by the end of it, they're challenging for second, finishing third over the season because they'll get hot sometime in like either September or October. Is my prediction.
Yastrzemski, Dom T. Williams. It's a pretty good team. They'll be competitive.
Yeah, definitely competitive.
I just think they're solid. I don't think they're anything else.
And that's kind of the entire AL Central. They all are just solid and not really much of anything else.
All right, so that's the 40-man for them. All right, so New Orleans. I like what New Orleans did by, of course, getting Luigi Mazza last year, so he's improving. But, Sonny Gray was big for them, plus adding Tim Anderson. I think New Orleans might be, bound for a comeback season.
I want to say I've
It's
got
such a
them.
blur.
Yep, this is what I've been talking about. I think he's probably my I don't want to say boldest, like whoever gets the play. It was Phoenix, but I'd say this is division-wise. I think New Orleans wins the division. That's going to be the prediction for me.
That's going out there, Port.
I think they win the division this year.
By the way, so this guy Mickey Hartman is not supposed to be here because he's supposed to be to Colorado.
Yeah.
Because they got Tim Anderson. Yeah, so he should not be there. Anyway. 6. That relief pitching needs a lot of work, though. Badly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like New Orleans, they'll be contending. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know if they'll win the division or not, but they'll definitely be a contender.
Yeah, I'm going to stick. I think New Orleans will win the division. But I don't think Nashville... I think it'll be close. But I think Nashville just gets picked and goes to the wild card. Because I think... Yeah. It's hard. I think those two are the best teams.
Look at their outfield. Mountcastle, Senzel, DeShields, Duggar, Gerard Encarnacion. We saw him just absolutely rake in Yeah, it's a good team.
Once we reach the end, we should all make 3 bold predictions so we can all get laughed at the end of the season.
Let's see, 30, 41. I need to remove somebody from the 40-man. Okay, so those are you guys like New Orleans then, is what you're saying.
I like New Orleans.
I like
a
New
lot.
Orleans.
Now look
He
at
likes New Orleans a bit. I like New Orleans a lot.
look at
I like
St.
Houston.
Louis.
I like Houston.
Look at St. Louis though. Bieber, Kluber. Outside of Bieber and Kluber, I've never been a fan of their pitching staff.
Dude, it's just so hard to make a decision in this division because they're all getting superstar to average. Well, maybe not. It's just a generalization. Yeah, of course, some
Yeah, I'll
teams
go
are
Steve.
arguably
I'll
better
stick
than
with
others.
I wanted to say St. Louis, but their pitching staff too. It's not there. They got good relievers, but that doesn't help when you got Shane Bieber and
Think about
else, really.
the fact that this team made it to where they were in year number 1 without a guy like Chris Bryant or without a guy like Corey Kluber. Like, it was just Shane Bieber and then everybody else.
You guys have to remember that the league has gotten a lot better.
That is
with
true
new
too.
Players.
Yep, that is true too.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say they don't make it. I still like Nashville and New Orleans more.
I think New Orleans. I think Nashville's gonna win the division again. New Orleans second.
Fair enough.
I think that's 40 in the 40-man. Let me see here. Let me do my math here. That is 29 plus 11 is 40. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I like I think that's a big thing for them is their pitching staff, obviously, but I think their offense is really going to carry them. I think this offense will be one of the better ones in the league. You know, Donovan, Bryant, Wendell, Tucker, Sweeney. Like, it is a very good offense. All right, so NL West, I should say. And then we're done. NL West, and then we're done. So we got Portland with Josh Hader, Chris Sale, and then they also got a guy by the name of Joey Warren, a custom prospect pitcher, 75A. So this team improved a lot, but in that NL West, I don't know if they can compete.
I want to see San Diego before I claim them as the worst team. But yeah, they're not making the playoffs.
No, this team's not making the playoffs. So I definitely don't.
So, I just want to see. I want to say they're the worst. I want to see San Diego first, but yeah, they're not making it. Compared to 3 powerhouses, San Diego, yeah, they might be the worst. They might. They added, but they might.
The addition of Hader is big for them. If I can figure this out, AAA. There you go.
I'm sorry, I had to go for a second.
Portland.
Or my team, Portland.
Portland.
Right, I'm actually going to move Peyton Henry down to AAA. Let Ricky Ribbett get that start.
We love Ricky Ribbett.
We love Ricky Ribbett. Look at the power and the vision. You gotta let him play. Rizzo, Goins, Noose, Ronnie Dominguez, Quentin King. There he is. I don't know if he's still here, but that's your dude, man. I hope you like him. He's a 70, so maybe we can move him up to AAA. He might be able to compete for third. What else does he play? Shortstop? Yeah, Greg Jones. And then Mason Wynn. So I'm going to call down Mason Wynn, and we're going to bring up Quentin King. How about that? Boom, baby. There you go, Quentin. You're up at the big leagues now.
Yeah.
So now you got to make it count now, dude. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I don't think this team is making the playoffs. Organizationally, though, I mean, they don't have a lot of potential. They don't have a lot of things to look forward to. I like their outfield with Helio Ramos, though. I think he needs to get the call up and get some time there. Michael Geddes, I'm going to move him down. Actually, no, we're at 26 now, so we should be okay. We got Jankowski, Marte, Geddes,
Let's go.
Elio, Lamont Wade, and Nick Williams. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 outfielders. Is there anything else I can do? 26C.
So many families taking over the league at this point.
I might need to move him down to AAA and then move Pinto down to double. Then we need one more player to MLB level. GGBL level. Ooh, Cade Cavalli. Perfect. I like that. We need that. And then we'll worry about AAA later. But we have 40. You've got to move people off the 40-man here. Remove and remove. So we're set. So, yeah, no playoffs yet again for Portland, but I think they got better. Definitely.
It's going to be better.
Colorado.
I don't think it's going to be enough to get to the playoffs.
Colorado acquired only Giolito. And I just, in a loaded NL West, I just don't see how they make it again.
They did need an ace.
They did. They really did.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they make it. Sorry.
Want the
They'll
Coyotes
come-
to do well,
They'll
but
come third. They'll come third. They'll probably do a bit worse than last year. Cause I think they would. Oh, I don't know how they were last year, but I think they'll be like below 500 barely. That's.
I wouldn't say below 500. I'll say
Say what? What was the prediction, Luke?
I said I think they're going to go like 83 and 79.
Okay. You broke up. We didn't hear you, so that's why I asked. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. You know, I like some of their potential. I kind of like what they're doing.
Below 500 team.
Ooh, that's a hot. Yeah, below 500. That might be. You might be onto that because you got San Francisco, LA, a better Portland. Yeah, they just might be under 500.
Go under 500, but I'm just a Coyotes fan. I don't want to see it happen, so I'm hoping that they don't.
Yep. All right, moving on next. This team just got better, man, and it freaking sucks.
We don't like them.
This sucks so much. You know, after everything I put through to try to make sure that everything's balanced in free agency, make sure things are fair and even, you get freaking LA that gets, let's get Luis Castillo and Corey Seager. Let's just add. It's so annoying, dude. But man, no man, they got an ace now.
Are we sure they're not cheating? Or like the Houston Astros of the league?
Look, everybody want to be in LA. That's just real life.
I don't know about that one.
Place to be.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Where you want to be? Come on now. And they're good at the same time.
I want to be in Michigan. That's where I want to be. That's where my heart is.
Where you got
Call it before 5 hitters Skid Row.
I see San Francisco.
Jeez, dude.
Like in LA.
It's nuts, man. They got so Corey Lee is no slouch for catching. Brody Jordan's a pretty good player. They're going to compete yet again for catching job. Guzman, Smith's great. Even though 240, but in gameplay he's just a beast. He's a custom guy. Mayton's solid. Seager, Keyboom, Seager. Oh, dude, you know what's so good about that? I didn't even realize that when we were doing the free agency live stream. He's playing with his brother now.
Mm-hmm. It was meant to be.
Yeah, he is.
Dude, out of all out of all the randomness, that could possibly happen. I mean, we're working on a wheel spin. Out of all the randomness, that happens. Yeah, it's meant to be.
Meant to be.
But then you get this. Then you get this. Conforto, Acuna, Castellanos. It's ridiculous. I think they're going to win it again.
Let's see San Fran first.
Back to back.
All right, we got to talk about San Diego here real quick. Yeah, so anyway, my prediction for LA would be...
California team.
My prediction for LA would be first place again. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
All right, so San Diego, we got Altuve, Baddoo, so they added to the outfield. That's a good add for them. They lost Blake Swihart in a trade, but now they get Akil Baddoo and Altuve, so good contact hitters. And yeah, I think they improved. Thoughts?
Yeah, no, they're good. But not good enough, sorry. no, I'm zoned out a bit. Oh, they're fourth. They could beat Colorado, but that's it, I'd say.
Do you think they're better than Colorado?
Yeah, they could beat Colorado if it all falls in, but I think they're fourth.
Okay.
I think Portland is fifth, the fourth, but I think it's closer than people might expect it to be.
Altuve, Scope. You got Toro, Wenzel. Bryce Lewis actually taking over the job there at 72, but Eddie Alvarez. I think Alvarez has got to come down. You got Cole Tucker here at 26. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just swap them out. And then Trammell, O'Grady, Baddoo. You've got Alex Humberto. This is a custom player that I want to give a shot to. Although he's a 70 though, so that's a problem. I don't think he's gonna play yet. So I think we keep him down there in AAA. Yeah. Let him figure it out. But yeah, it's a pretty good team. They've improved. They've definitely improved since year one. That's for sure. They can get carried by Altuve now. They've got some decent offensive pieces. Good pitching staff with Gonsolin and Gonzalez and Bumgarner. I don't think they're making the playoffs, though. They're not a playoff team, in my mind. All right, so San Francisco, Buxton, India. I don't think there's a question in my mind that this team won the offseason.
I need to see the full roster.
We're loaded. Oh, man.
Thing is, like, how is the AL?
Third ball prediction. I don't know if it's that bold actually. Sorry, Lucas, but I've just got to say this. Third ball prediction: San Fran to win the division over LA. I said it.
Ooh.
Damn.
I agree. San Fran over LA.
Ooh, they got JJ Cabrera too. I forgot about him. He's a custom too. So he's gonna be pushing Michaels, I think. Maybe. The fielding isn't there. He's more of a DH guy, but.
Custom.
Yep.
Okay. Do Cabrera against righties, Mitchell against lefties?
I think he's a switch. Yeah, Michaels is a switch. I think Cabrera is more of a DH guy for you, but this team's good, man. It is very good.
Michaels. Yeah, Cabrera can be a DH. Will Till in a better year.
The outfield. You know, I was actually impressed with where is he here? Where's my guy here? Where did he go? Where did he go? He was a shortstop. It wasn't Kyle Holder. It wasn't Drew Jackson. It was Taylor Walls. Yeah. Taylor Walls actually performed pretty admirably in the playoffs.
He did. He's got to play this year though.
Yeah. He's got
India's going to work, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he got pushed out. But you got Buxton now, Yelich, 290s, and then Trace Thompson, I think, is going to be a bench guy. You probably shift Hazley over.
Hazley, too. He can probably play right.
Yeah, Dean can come down. No, this team's legit. MLB roster.
I have a finals.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
I have a finals prediction.
They're strong.
The grip matchups, oh my god. They're going to be crazy.
Yeah. We got a little rivalry brewing for sure. LA and San Fran. I love it. What do you guys those are your predictions, guys?
I think San Fran wins the division in the whatever NL, right?
Yep.
The NL?
Yep.
AL.
Nope.
I
NL.
think it's Oklahoma City versus. I'm so dumb. Oklahoma City versus San Fran. That's my
And
finals
who would you have
prediction.
winning? Who would you have winning, Lucas?
San Fran in 6.
Alrighty. Neil?
About you.
I'm going to say
Forget who you said. Said Pittsburgh, yeah.
I'm going to say LA wins again. They repeat after a hard-fought 7-game series with the Grizz in the NLCS. They beat Pittsburgh in 5.
Damn. All right. Everybody likes Pittsburgh. It's crazy now.
Blue Silver, you here?
Yeah. I'm here. I picked the Pizzazz in the AL, so I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say Blue Sox versus LA in the NLCS, and I'm gonna take the Sox.
All right, so
It's
rematch
gonna
of
be the Sox taking the whole thing.
rematch of year 1 then.
Alright. I'll do one.
How many games? How many games?
How many games do you have?
Unfortunately, I think Pizzazz can't hang with the Sox, and it's gonna be a 5-game.
All right.
Alrighty, here's my prediction. So, I think it's going to be in the championship series. It's going to be San Fran after knocking out LA in the divisional. They'll go against Carolina and they'll win. It'll be Seattle and San Fran in the World Series, and Gold will complain that San Fran will win it because it's so predictable. But guess what? Seattle's going to win in 7. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Seattle in 7, baby.
You're such a hype man. You understand this, right? Portugal, you understand this, right? You're a hype man.
Yeah. Yep.
There's no way that Seattle is making it.
Seattle in 7, baby.
You have one.
There's no way. All right, so my prediction now, right? So I'm going Phoenix. I think that they're just really tough. You look at that lineup and the addition of Ramirez, Stevenson, Paxton Dallas. The thing with Phoenix is you ask yourself, how did the roster before these players, right? You look at this list and you're like, dang, I just saw the likes of San Francisco. I saw the likes of LA. How did this team get to the finals? How did this team get to the championship without Ramirez, Stevenson, Dallas? How did that even happen? Well, it did happen, and I was completely wrong in the preseason prediction last year. Now they've added to this. Granted, to Luke's point a little bit earlier, teams have gotten better. The rest of the league has gotten better. So the question now is can Phoenix hang after getting better themselves? Can they continue to hang? I think they can. I think when you have Winker, Ramirez, and the contact that they have, you got the insane amount of pitching that they have. This guy, Paxton Dallas, just keep an eye out for him. He's probably going to be a sim monster. All-around great player. Good fielding, solid speed, solid contact, really good power. And then, of course, the pitching staff again. I mean, I just think that it's tough to go against Phoenix in the AL.
Entertain the crowd.
Anyway, internet again, guys. It's just ridiculous. But you look at LA, and it's just a crazy lineup. This team won the World Series last year, and now they added Castillo and Seager. So am I going to say it's going to be a rematch? I'm saying that's probably likely. That's probably likely. But I will say Phoenix, and I can't go with an NL East team. I can't do it. I don't think that they shock. I don't think the NL Central shocks. It doesn't strike me as teams that can do anything like that. So I will go with Phoenix and San Francisco. Phoenix and San Francisco is going to be your GGBL World Series this season. Phoenix San Fran. I think Phoenix gets the revenge, and Phoenix will win it this year. San Francisco is very good, but I think that Phoenix has the better pitching, and I think that is what will win out. So
the AL, I don't think that's what out of the final 5. That's 1 Pittsburgh, 1 Oklahoma City, 1 Seattle, 1 Zaz, and 1
Knights.
Talk about the AL.
Peace.
Listening to everybody pick.
yeah, it's all right. Doesn't matter. That's too.
Is there any way we
I'm
can?
telling you, all of us are going to be wrong in some way.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
Is
make
there
my
any
3
way-
bold predictions.
Is there any way we can see what MLB rates the rosters? You know how they rate the the roster rank. It was
that's a big-
not available in free agency.
Um,
So remember,
I will. Let me. So I just saved a copy here, so we're good there. Let me get to sim to spring training and see. All right. So Grizzlies are ranked first, 4th in contact, 1st in power, 5th in pitching. But we know that this stuff doesn't mean anything, though. We know this. Washington 12th. Let's start with the AL East. 12th for Washington, 21st for Boston, 30th for New York.
wow.
What?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it.
30th?
30th. Yeah, it's
That's
tough.
like they're pitching.
24th for Pittsburgh.
Mize is not that guy.
7th for Indiana. 4th for Oklahoma. 2nd for Seattle.
See, we're good.
Phoenix 11th.
And you were first last year for most of the season, and that didn't pan out well.
24th for pitching for Phoenix. So I can't even take this seriously. I can't take it
This is
seriously.
So dumb, man.
Wow.
They had no clue what they're talking about.
2nd for pitching for
Did we look
Nashville.
back at their pitching, or did we overrate it?
No, I don't. 6th for LA.
To me.
LA
I
is
love that
6th.
we've got the best pitching as well. That's the best part.
Yeah, I can't take it seriously. I just can't.
Do they have the Coyotes 28th?
Daniil's technically the best pitcher at a 79 overall. That's probably why. Like, technically, the Knights don't have great pitching, if you really think about it.
That's true
Do
too.
they have the Coyotes 28th? Like, no.
Oh, I wonder if this matters. Hold up. Let's do this. I wonder if that changed anything. 22nd. So what were they before?
Oh. I don't know if that matters. Huh.
Hold on. Who let's see what Colorado did. Giolito's in there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really take it seriously. It's good to look
Sure.
at, but
Because it means nothing.
yeah, it's good to look at, but I
Alright,
don't
I'm gonna make 3 bold predictions right now.
go for it.
The first bold prediction is that Seattle will fall off the cliff and they'll be terrible. Second bold prediction is Portland will finish 4th. I know, busy. I don't even believe some of these. These are just, I would be 100% shocked if this happened. And the final thing, the Grizzlies make the World Series and sweep it. I don't think that will happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. That's my 3 crazy predictions, and probably won't happen.
Wow.
I would hate for it to happen because that'd be terrible to watch.
Neil, what's your 3 bold predictions?
My 3 bold predictions right now. Wow, okay. Let's see. I think the Pizzazz will be better than their ranking. A lot better. I think they're going to be competitive. I like what they've done the last few years. I predict that. Let's see. It's gonna be tough. I think that Miami will be the playoff team. And Will Till has a breakout season. And Trey Mashburn wins Rookie of the Year
Okay.
for Chicago.
He's
You got
my
any
favorite
bold predictions, Bo?
Is Bo here still?
No, I was just asking if he was here.
I'll do mine.
Yeah.
Oh, but do you have any bold predictions? Pre-bowl?
Let's see. I'm gonna call KJ is gonna make MVP this season.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Atlanta is going to be an above 500 team,
Okay.
and think I don't know about Rookie of the Year, but I think Alexander King is probably gonna step it up again and become a league leader in RBIs.
Okay,
Okay.
nice.
Like it?
Here's my three bold predictions. Phoenix to fall off a cliff.
Wow, jeez, what are you? God, what are you talking about?
Falling off a cliff.
Bold prediction. It's got to be bold, but at least a little realistic.
That's a bold prediction. That's a bold prediction.
I mean, it definitely is bold.
It's bold, but it's
Michigan
God.
to at least be the worst team in the AL, and being very close with Portland, the worst team. And my third bold prediction is, I've already said it, but Seattle to win the World Series and to restore the faith in this series.
my God. I can't take the analysis seriously. Guys out there watching, I can't take the analysis seriously. Good Lord.
That's not gonna happen.
No. Did everybody say theirs?
Yeah.
Yeah, your turn, I guess.
Okay. All right. I kind of like Bo's prediction of the Sting having above 500 record. I think that's a realistic expectation. They added some good players, Devers, Reyes. They added two pitchers. I think they can compete with the good boys. I think they'll beat up now instead of like duking it out evenly between the flight and them. I think they can finally like beat up on the flight and really step up their game in those matchups. I think they can compete with the good boys. I think the Blue Sox. This might be my bold take. When I look at the Blue Sox and I've looked at their roster and I look at everyone else's roster, just take a quick glance at it. I mean, look at Pittsburgh, right? The last number you see is 75, right? Last number you see for Michigan, 75. Chicago, 74, 75, 75, 70. It's like, that's like the minimum number, right? Well, you look at Carolina, they're 77, they drop off at 77, but do you think that Jeff Samardzija is in waivers? By the way, that's got to get fixed. This isn't the real save file anyway. But I look at, even though they're right on par with the rest of the league, this team made it to the World Series in year one. They won. Year two, they were one of the better teams. But it seems to me that this team, despite all that success that they had, everyone else progressed, and they kind of just stayed flat. So I think Carolina has a target on their back, big time. My bold prediction would be that Carolina makes the playoffs, but they get bounced in the first round. They're not as good as they used to be. If you want to take that further, I think that they're not even. They could miss the playoffs. They could be on the verge of getting into a wild card position because everybody else got better. You look at the Grizzlies, the Knights, two teams that are definitely going to make the playoffs. How can you not? They've got a pretty weak, by comparison, a pretty weak Colorado, Portland, and San Diego team. They'll be able to fight but I just think the Knights and the Grizzlies will be duking it out against each other at that division. The Central is going to be a mess. All these teams are so much better. Yeah, I look at the Blue Sox, and I think the Moonshots got better. The good boys will be able to hang now against them, and I just don't think that they're going to be as vaunted as they used to be. Second bold prediction would be that, Pittsburgh, despite their two additions with Bichette and Vlad, I think that they have a really good shot at getting to the finals. That would be a bold prediction. Going from missing the playoffs in the first 2 years all the way to the World Series, that would be a bold prediction of mine. Another one would be that the Jacks are actually the worst team in the entire league. They're the worst team in the entire league, despite the depth that they actually do have. They look good. They look good on paper. They look like they're pretty solid on paper, but they're actually going to be the worst team in the entire GGBL this year. That would be a bold prediction on my end. So
I think we all had some predictions.
that doesn't mean I think it's going to happen. It's just would be something that's like, what's something crazy that you think could happen? Like what's out there? Yeah.
That's what I did as well.
My Miami won, just based off what Gold was saying, and it really hammered it home for me. Miami winning that division, man. Miami winning the division over Carolina, I believe it. Don't happen.
I still need to go Moonshots, barely second.
It's a good team. It's a good team.
0.15.
Adding John Means really helped them. I mean, they got rid of. Think about what happened with Miami real quick. So in at the trade deadline, they got rid of Keuchel. They weren't making the playoffs. They got rid of Keuchel. They just got back, basically an upgrade of Keuchel, right? They got John Means to replace that position that they lost when they traded away Keuchel. They grabbed Gunnar Skarsgård in the draft. Who else did they add? They had Tyson Cobb as a custom prospect from year one. They got Jazz Chisholm in the draft, or not the draft, but the free agent spot. They got Seth Ambrose to add there. O'Neal Cruz was a guy that they got back from Las Vegas. He's going to play for them. This isn't official, but yeah, I look at their team and I think eventually Cole Calhoun's going to lose this job to Julio, but regardless, man, I would hop onto that bandwagon that Miami's going to win the division. I would agree with Keneal. Miami's going to win the division. The good boys, nope. I'll do a simulation here for you guys real quick, just to kind of maybe help out your guys' predictions as well. So all this
full sim simulation. Let's see. I'm gonna be right.
Lineups and rotate. So hold on. So trades will be manual. No, waivers manual, drafting auto, free agency manual, trades, contracts. Okay, so I don't want anything like. I don't want players moving around. I want whatever's in house to stay in house. Okay.
Zach H is in the chat, by the way.
What?
Zach H.
Oh. Hasteless. Yeah. How's it going, man? What's up, Zach? We're doing a little quick sim. See how everything pans out. So this is.
All did bold predictions a little bit ago.
Yeah. So let's keep in mind all those bold predictions and see if it actually happens. Right? Okay. So let's get through this. The September call-ups thing, bear with me because that's going to get kind of sticky. But here we go. Ready? Here we go. I'll give you a month-by-month update.
Seattle's going to win this, and then they're going to finish like 70.
Look at Miami right now, dude. 23 and 16. Look at Miami. They're good, man. They're good. Simulate the draft.
Probably not.
Okay, let's back out here real quick. We're in June. Blue Sox are 34 and 21. Damn, I was wrong about the Blue Sox. They just continue to win. Tight division. Good boys 31 and 24.
I don't see that happening.
The swing. Port. The swing. You said they were going to win the division. You like the swing.
Yeah, I do.
Hatters, Heat, Copperheads, Maroons. Defenders. What is this? What is going on with the West? The Defenders.
Yeah.
What? They're all under 5. They're all beating each other up, dude. Look at everybody's under 500.
I'll take a screenshot of that.
Everybody's under
So,
500,
wait,
but the Defenders.
Wow.
Hold up.
This
Let me look at the roster here real
please,
quick.
Please happen. Please happen.
Buxton's hitting 196. That's a problem.
I mean,
India's hitting 220.
What happened?
I don't know. What is that? Will Till's 267.
Okay.
Keuchel's getting lit up 427. What the heck is going on here? What's LA doing? Acuna's 328, Conforto, Castillo 345, Seager 270. They're putting up numbers offensively. Janelle's not terrible.
Zach's guess is that Phoenix is going to be good.
Yeah, we need to get over there.
Goldie.
The East, the Hammers. There you guys go, man. 33-22, Pittsburgh. The Pizzazz are bad, man. 23-31. Okay. I'm interested in seeing what the Hammers are doing. What's Vladdy doing? 352, 17 bombs.
There's right there. Zach at under 500.
Dude,
430.
through 2 months, we're in the middle of June. Through 2 months, he's at 352. That's insane.
God.
All right, the Jacks, 33-22.
How?
I think they're the worst team in the league. I think they're the worst team in the league. Dude.
That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Look at the amount of parity though. Do you see the amount of parity? All these teams in the GGBL are beating each other up. Look at the 500 records across each division, right? Look at the ones we looked at. So everybody is under 500 in the West except for San Diego. The Swinging the Hatters and the Heats, the Heat third all the way down.
Go with the timeline.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of parity going on. The Emeralds are sim gods.
Of course we are.
32-23. The Hawks 7 games up. Firebirds 29-27. Let's take a look at those Hawks. 230 for Mookie.
What about Seattle as well?
We're getting there.
KC is, right there behind Seattle.
Evaldi's been okay. 3.8.
That'll.
Puig's been terrible. 190.
Pretty sure Portugal got it pretty much perfectly correct. With Las Vegas 4th, Santa Fe 5th.
Urias is great. 301 for KJ. Barrios 424. Crochet is a boss.
Is struggling.
Noel Mitchell's been all right. He's been better. Noel Mitchell's been better. Ooh, Bridwell's getting lit up. But
How's the man, the myth, the legend?
Francisco Porte.
going? He doing amazing.
154.9. 154.9.
Maybe less.
Matt Burr doing?
Oh yeah, we gotta look at that. Look at Paxton Dallas, 293. So I wonder what their deal is. It's their pitching. Rico's 0-8. Oh my god.
Rico's, oh my gosh, someone to make it stop.
Dude, their pitching staff is getting lit up. Portugal was right. You know what this means, Port? You're gonna get destroyed in actual gameplay. Your predictions will get destroyed in actual gameplay. Franmil's got 16.
What you can expect to happen, just flip it. So
Dude.
that happens, just expect the opposite.
Look at Parker Burnside look at all these custom players, man. Custom players rule the day.
Oh my god.
17111 for Parker Burnside. Yep.
What's going on with the Sting? They're doing well.
They were all right. Tristan McKenzie, another good boy starter, getting over 4. 4.6. Torah 197. Oh God. Let's see. Yeah, let's continue to go here. Where are we looking now? We wanted to see Mashburn. 229, but 9 homers and 26. Contact at 63-60, so that shouldn't be happening, especially when you get Letterman hitting 290. So I don't know what that is, but yeah.
Well, the Coyotes, why are they bottom of the division?
What division did we not look at? I think we looked at them all. AL West, NL
Did
East.
we look at AL Central?
Yeah, we looked at it all.
Yeah, let's get to the end of the season then.
Yep. Go all the way through.
Fine.
Boston kind of turned it around a little bit, hovering 500. Ooh, now they're above 500. Chicago, dude, they're getting hot. They always do this. Who's in the home run derby?
They do.
Harper, Vlad, Jordan, Brasel, Correa, Belly, Soto, and Castellanos. I was hoping for some custom love in there, but
Full customs, man. No respect.
they don't get no respect.
And now the cold streak starts. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're getting lit up.
My goodness. Okay, stop.
Yeah, they're not making the playoffs. They can't make a run in September, so Chicago's going to miss.
So what you're saying is now, what's actually going to happen is they're going to be really cold at the beginning of the season. Then in September they're going to go crazy.
Probably.
That's my mentality. Whatever happens, expect the opposite.
Okay. So, I think I saw Minnesota. Yeah, they had a play-in game. That's who they had a play-in game against.
Oh my God. Okay.
Wait, where's the play-in game? I thought they had a play-in game somewhere. Right here, maybe? Was it Las Vegas? No. It said something about Minnesota did something or other. All right, so Phoenix, Minnesota, Seattle, Oklahoma. Oh, man. Pittsburgh, New Orleans, Miami, Nashville, Atlanta. Atlanta made the playoffs. And the Knights.
Seattle, Oklahoma would be a pretty crazy wild card game.
I agree with that.
Awards real quick. Harper wins MVP. Baez comes next. Vladdy, Soto, Belly, Conforto. Cy Young is Freed. Dustin May went 20-3. Holy crap. Rookie of the Year, Jamie Truist. 32-1-1. Napoleon Dynamite. Akil Baddoo was rookie. Oh, man.
West Blues.
Why'd they give Akil Baddoo a rookie status? It's weird. Jonathan India rookie status? That's weird to me. It's very strange to me. Donald Lusk.
The 3 playoff teams, they're the 2 wildcard teams, and we're both from the AL West, so predicted 2 teams. 2 wildcard teams.
The Jacks
The AL West.
were 93-69. They're going to be the worst team in the league. Look at the parity, though. Look at just the parity. 78-84. 4 games separated second to last. 2 games separated second to last. It's crazy, man. The West was Firebirds, Hawks, and Emeralds. But the Mallards were 8 games back. Moonshots won the division. Look at that, dude. Look at how close this was. Moonshots were 90.
Fell off.
Look at every team was above look at Good Boys hovering where we always do, but that's a good record. 84-70, it's acceptable. Sting won 89-73. That's huge, man. The Swing, the Heat.
I mean, that would be crazy.
Knights, Defenders, the Grizzlies 72-90.
Grizzlies 72-90? What?
Makes no sense.
Something's got to be wrong with that.
Makes no sense. You know I got to check where my boy is. Where's KJ? 28, 276. It is what it is. So let's see what happens. Port, what do you think's going to happen here?
What? Shit. Oklahoma to win.
Nope, you won.
Yeah.
You get to take on Pittsburgh. Seattle, Pittsburgh. You know what's going to happen because it's Port luck. It's Port luck. They're going to go all the way to the World Series and win in sim, but in season, they're not going to do it.
62 and 100.
Hold on, I got to check San Diego here really quick. We want to know. Rashad's wondering how Humberto did. Let's see. AAA stats. What? Well, this is just this is all a test, right? So it's not. I'll make sure this doesn't happen. But only 8 games. Kind of stupid. Oh, you know what? No. They might have made the playoffs. I think these are playoff numbers. That's why. I'm sorry. He definitely played. So you got a boost and everything. He must have lit it up. +4 and everything. +3. Yeah. He must have played in the playoffs. That's what that is. The Chihuahuas. Let me check. I can't even look. I can't even get to the minor league system. All right. So let's keep going here.
If Seattle wins, we're going to have another face.
The Emeralds won the division. They won. They're going, man. All right. LA and New Orleans. Seattle faces Phoenix or Minnesota. And the Firebirds. So they get the Firebirds. Seattle and Phoenix to face off against New Orleans or LA.
Go. Phoenix versus LA.
The Knights and the Emeralds. Oh, Port.
Okay, so
Didn't you call it?
The Emeralds are gonna lose. The Emeralds are gonna lose.
But didn't Port say this in his prediction tonight? Didn't he say this?
I think he did.
He said,
But he said Grizzlies.
"Oh,
I'm not listening until the World Series is done.
no, hold on. Did you say? Do you know what happened? Didn't he say that Seattle was going to win the whole thing and restore faith in the league?"
Oh my god, I predicted it's not LA and Seattle, but I predicted San Fran and Seattle.
Port, this always happens to you, man. Seattle.
Oh, we need another face cam fiasco.
But it's not. Fuck this. You know, if you guys, I'll give you a little secret, boys. We did a lot of test sims last year, and Seattle won the most World Series out of any team. Every time we did sim last year, they were the team that won the World Series the most. And what do you know? They don't do that last year. Now they're gonna fuck me over again.
Dude, guys that are watching this, in the chat, everybody's going nuts. But he tells you the truth, man. He tells you the truth. We have been.
Please just give Portugal a 99 overall prospect.
Dude, they beat them 4-1 too. They absolutely smoked them. 6-0, 10-1. Dude, guys, it is nuts, man. It is crazy to me.
What was the stats?
There are so many things. There's so many times, like late at night, Port and I will be talking in Discord. We'll be hanging out. We'll talking about GGBL. You know, doing some basically testing. Right. We're just making sure that guys that are in the right positions. People are like custom prospects, for example. Like, let me take a look here. So like Janelle Rivera, for example. That's one that we had to monitor. We had to basically go through, put him in the lineup, take him out of the lineup, make sure he starts one time. We wanted to get him to two-way status, right? So, wanted to get him to two-way status. So aside from Janelle, we had other guys like I don't know, I can't think of a guy right now, but like Andrew Donovan, you know, making sure he was getting into games here and getting into games there, different scenarios. So we would spend hours. We'd spend hours just practicing, simming, doing all this and testing. And every single time, the majority of times, Seattle would win the World Series. KAJ would go off. He goes nuts. He goes crazy and simulate. But when we do it for real, we do it legitimately. Like, I'm getting games ready. I'm getting highlight games ready. I'm getting stuff ready to save and upload to YouTube. That's final. That's legit. They don't do anything. What are the odds of that? What are the odds of that?
Yeah.
Liam Murphy says no way. Rashad's laughing. Keneal's cracking up. Knights and Emeralds, no way. Ah, my God. Dude, it's nuts.
He's pointing at the facts that they're not going to make the playoffs on gameplay. He's right. They won't.
They won't. They won't. You know they won't.
Look
But-
at KJ stats if you're still on it.
Bonifacio was the MVP.
Take it easy, fellas.
All right, man. I'll see ya.
Yeah.
KJ was 213, so they won the whole thing with him sucking.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
So he's going to go crazy, and then the team's going to suck. Maybe KJ's the problem. Probably not.
Oh, jeez. Well, that was fun. I think I want to.
Maybe Portugal should just,
Portugal,
to finish the stream off, just do the entire lore of Kenneth Alexander Jr. A whole, like, 70 pages.
Yeah, he needs to make content for Kenneth Alexander Jr.
No, I'm not reading out. If you don't know, my backstory is like I'm not reading it.
No, it's too long.
I'm already shell shocked from that. I'm already shell shocked.
I'm doing another sim.
Don't force it again.
No.
Force
Do
it.
another sim. Do it.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
You mean if I do another one, we're gonna test the sim gods, and then they're gonna say Seattle wins again, and then now you're doubly screwed when it comes down to the actual gameplay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
You know
on,
what's funny
do
is
it,
that
fellas.
I looked at the thing though, the MLB ranking. It ranked us as number one. It ranked us as number one at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, please no.
Well, Pittsburgh sucks in this too, by the way. I don't know what's going on there, but Boston's actually good. Boston's going to make the playoffs. So I guess this just proves that anything can happen. That's really what I'm
See,
getting at.
Neil wants another one.
Another
Well,
sim.
Seattle will make the playoffs.
Oh, no,
Even
he's-
as a wild card. They'll
he's-
just make it.
He's talking about what's happening now. All right, so standings. The Breeze make it.
Wow.
Swan Monsters and Revolution. So the Pizzazz are actually bad. They've missed twice now. Hammers made it last time. They won the division, I think, right? And then now they're 70-92.
101 wins.
Firebirds Emeralds, again.
Fuck's sake.
Let's see. Blue Sox win. Good Boys under 500. Sting under 500. But Moonshots missed by 2. Actually, where did they miss? Where did they miss out by? They played in a one-gamer. Or they have to still play a one-gamer. Coyotes, yeah, that's what's going on. So Moonshots and Knights have to play a one-game playoff. Grizzlies 93-70. Coyotes made it.
Huh?
The Heat. All right, so there's your
I expect the Coyotes to get second.
there's your dealio there. So let me so let's do this here. So LA and Miami. So Miami loses. LA advances. So we have Nashville, San Fran, LA, Colorado, Carolina awaits them. Seattle, Boston, Chicago, Washington, Phoenix. All right. Let's go to Carolina. So it's the Carolina Blue Sox against the Knights. Again, Seattle, Phoenix. Chicago, Washington. Okay. All right. Let's go to this one. Firebirds win.
Seattle won.
Firebirds win in a sweep. San Fran, LA to determine who goes to the championship. and Chicago,
Yeah, so,
Washington.
They
Chicago.
did win the wild card game though, so it's still some bad Vuji or whatever.
So Washington, Phoenix again. So Phoenix and Washington, they love to match up against each other, it seems like. But so San Fran, LA, Washington, Phoenix. The Knights and the Firebirds.
I think San Fran will win this.
Rematch.
Knights and
Both series went to 7. And you think the Knights will win it?
We had this, didn't we?
Firebirds win.
But did the Washington just took a 3-1 lead, or was that just my imagination?
I went the wrong
Our
way.
division is the best division in baseball. It's confirmed.
They they were
well,
up.
think about it. Seattle won. Now Phoenix won. That means next time it's going to be Oklahoma.
So Port, think about this. I wanted in my prediction. I wanted Phoenix and San Fran. Phoenix goes. San Francisco could have done it, but they didn't. But
No, they won't.
Phoenix got their revenge. So that was my guess. But it was wrong on the NL side of things. Tim LeCastro wins the MVP for most valuable player for World Series. Yelich, Bellinger, Castellanos, Harper, Bregman, Ramirez. So, well, Rookie of the Year too, by the way. Rookie of the Year. Where are you at? Napoleon Dynamite. Trey Mashburn, 22 and 79. Dude.
Is too good.
Napoleon hit 40 home runs in 113.
Oh my God.
I think the NL side of things, unless
MVP.
somebody totally shows out, it's going to be between Badu and India. I don't think that should. I can't edit their status, their service, so that's just the way that it is. So, oh, you know why? I'm such a dummy. I know why they're getting Rookie of the Year, because in 2021 that was their rookie season.
Yeah.
And they, in MLB The Show 21, they haven't made an MLB appearance. So, yeah, they're rookies. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. 3 hours of the off season. And doing a little bit of simulation. We had some predictions, and thank you guys for joining in. Port, Keneal, Luke, Bo. He was in. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone else. Dia was in here.
Yeah.
Dalton was in here. So I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight.
Don't forget Kook. Kook was in here for a second.
Oh, he was. Yep, Kook was in here. Yep. So basically, just a recap. We got everything done. Everybody signed up. You can see it there. Signed Jose Barrios, Flaherty, Castillo, Altuve, Henry. So all the 40-man rosters have been assigned. So those are all good to go. The only thing that I have left to do is, you can see, like, a team like Phoenix has 74 players on their organizational roster. So I got to sign players by myself to get these teams back up to where they should be, an acceptable level, a minimum requirement. So I'll do that tomorrow. And then that way Friday I can start, actually tomorrow night, I can start getting some opening day games done. So we can get that started. I don't know if the games change. I don't know if they stay the same. Hold on, let me check here real quick, because I think it was. I don't think that was the matchup before. Let me look at today's games. Let's see. No, it is St. Louis, Houston. Yep, Philadelphia, Miami, Seattle, Santa Fe. I remember that was the matchup before. New York and Washington. So the matchups literally never change.
Yeah, I guess so.
So there's your look, guys. That's going to be your look at the opening day games for Friday on Upload. So I don't know what games I want to show. I think definitely New York, Washington is going to be one that we want to show off. Oklahoma and Los Angeles. A lot of things moving around for Oklahoma. They got a ton of players they added. LA, of course, is really good. We want to watch that one. I'm interested in Phoenix and Wisconsin. I don't think we can not show the team that went to the World Series last year. I don't think we cannot show them. They got a home opener there. Interesting game with Nashville, New Orleans. New Orleans is much improved. Nashville got Nola. He's going to start. Portland, San Francisco would be good. Houston, St. Louis might be solid as well. So I'm actually anxious. I'll pick the games, of course. So I'll pick the games on opening day, and then you guys on Friday night, I'll send out a Google form for you guys in the live chat during the premiere, and I'll link it in a comment. You guys can click on it, and you can vote on whatever game I don't do, right? So if I pick New York, Washington, I pick LA, Oklahoma. So whatever games from this list that I don't do, I'll let you guys know what that is in the Google form. You guys can click that, vote on what game you want to see as a community on Sunday night as a live stream. So that'll be like game of the week. And like I mentioned before at the beginning of this video, games of the week once we get into the regular season after opening day. So this video coming up this week, don't think about that. It's just a weird circumstance. So next week, we'll start games of the week on Fridays. So you'll be able to vote on those for Fridays. And then we'll have regular uploads on Wednesdays. So every Wednesdays will be GGBL action. Then every Friday will be game of the week. So that's how that's going to run. It's all going to be here on YouTube, not over on Twitch. Not doing anything for GGBL on Twitch. It'll all be brought back here to YouTube. And that's all I got for you guys tonight. So like I said, matchups will stay there. Looks like that's going to be what we're looking at for the upload. And then again, I have to create 20 more custom prospects, get them on rosters, and make sure that everybody's roster compliant before we get into gameplay. So
those customs could maybe be a real difference. So
they could.
These simulations with a grain of salt.
Yep, for sure. All right, guys. Well, that's it. That's all I got. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you like this thing, and I will see you back here on Friday nights at about 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for the next upload. So it'll be opening day games for year number 3. We're finally in it. And then I'll see you guys after that on Sunday for the game of the week that you get to vote on. So, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you in the next one. As always, peace.
Peace out.